The following is a production of the Atomo Radio Group Sports Network. It's time for Friday Night Football with your Fairfield Trojans. Now streaming on the Atomo Radio YouTube channel. Now, let's head to the field with the voice of your Fairfield Trojans, Lee Muntz.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Fairfield High School Homecoming 2025. Trojans hosting a new opponent on the varsity schedule. You'll find out not probably going to be the first time our Trojan players have faced Mediapolis Bulldogs, but it is the first time in a varsity football game, as far as I know, in the history of the two schools. And that goes back, obviously, Coach Jones mentioned at the downtown pep rally today, 115th year of Trojan football, and all those years never have played Mediapolis in a varsity football game. Let's go ahead and mention our sponsors for the broadcast. A big thank you to Community First Credit Union, because together is better. Check them out at cfirstcreditunion.com. Fairfield Dental Clinic on West Adams in Fairfield, ready to take care of all your dental care. Smithsburg Automotive, from vehicle maintenance, rental, and vehicle sales. 2 locations in Fairfield. Then they have Smitty's Auto and Recycling out on West Grimes in Fairfield. Live Wire Electric and Straight Up Doors. Saw Rod Nelson, main man out there, helping out in the concession stand this evening. I believe Libertyville Savings Bank officially in charge tonight, but good to see Rod down there helping out. Thanks to them and Straight Up Doors, serving Fairfield and surrounding areas on West Grimes. Southern Iowa Ready Mix of Fairfield. Visit southerniowาร.com. Cranston Family Funeral Home in Fairfield and Keosauqua, now serving with Monument Sales and Irish Ridge Cremation. CranstonFamilyFuneralHome.com on the World Wide Web. Jefferson County Health Center, cares you can count on. That's what they do. Lisco, your experts for fiber optic. Call Lisco in Fairfield to get set up, 641-209-5400. Brandon Taglier, Beck Seed Dealer, serving Southeast Iowa. Heard his ad on the radio with his phone number, and guess what? I can't remember it, so hit him up on Facebook. Brandon Taglier for all your Beck Seed. Roto-Rooter on Gateway Drive over in Atomo, but serving Fairfield, Atomo, and surrounding areas. 24/7 emergency service. Yeah, that includes nights, holidays, weekends. Fast, friendly, professional service. Roto-Rooter, that's the name. And away go troubles down the drain. That'll be the only singing of the night. Family First Chiropractic, West 2nd Street in Atomo, delivering an elevated level of holistic care for the entire family. They incorporate multiple chiropractic techniques and physiotherapy to ensure clients receive the best results as quickly as possible. Packwood Locker and Meats at PackwoodLockerandMeats.com. As they say, you can't beat their meat, and they dare you to try. Beaner Funeral Home and Crematory on South Main in Fairfield with Scotty Brown and his family down there, Beaner Funeral Home. Finney Auto Body of Fairfield, they take the dents out of accidents. Our halftime show is service of Beaner Funeral Home, and halftime recap will be brought to you by Leo's Pizza and Grill on Burlington Avenue, just west of the corner of 6th and Burlington in Fairfield. So those are the Trojan football sponsors of 2025. We've got about an 11-minute interview. I got a chance to catch up with Matt Jones here this evening at Trojan Stadium during the earlier Fresh Soft game, which Mediapolis, Centerville was last week. Mediapolis ended up winning 36-12. Trojans got a late touchdown to put another 6 points on the board after being shut down with only 6 points until that final minute. I guess they played 10-minute quarters, so over 39 minutes in before they got that second touchdown of the night. But Coach Jones will join me talking about homecoming with the Mediapolis Bulldogs. We'll be doing that interview coming up in 3 minutes as you listen and watch Trojan football on the Atomo Radio Group YouTube channel.
Pick a card, any card. Right now, at Community First Credit Union, save big when you lock in a low intro rate on select credit cards. Choose between our Flex Rewards, Signature Rewards, or Smart Rate cards, and enjoy a low rate for 12 months on purchases and balance transfers. Plus, each card offers perks like no annual fee and easy-to-use digital banking. Get details and apply at c1stcu.com or at any C First location. Subject to credit approval, federally insured by the NCUA.
Need electrical work done right? Livewire Electric is Southeast Iowa's premier electrical contractor, serving Jefferson County and nearby areas. From home wiring upgrades to all your electrical needs, call Rod at 641-472-4853. Livewire Electric, powering your home safely. Give your house a facelift. Quality garage doors that make a difference. Call 641-209-9948 for your free estimate on a new garage door. Open and close your day with straight-up doors of Fairfield.
Dr. Matt here, looking for complete dental care for your entire family? At Fairfield Dental Clinic in Fairfield, that's exactly what we provide.
Dr. Pat here. We pride ourselves on delivering comprehensive care from routine cleanings to advanced procedures. At Fairfield Dental Clinic, we're committed to creating healthy smiles in a comfortable, caring environment.
We live here, we work here, and we're proud to care for generations of families from Fairfield and the surrounding area. Call today for an appointment. Fairfield Dental Clinic. Complete dental care for your entire family, your neighbors, your dentists, your smile.
Shopping for a quality used car? Check out the inventory at Smithburg Automotive's lot at 1503 West Burlington Avenue in Fairfield. Need repairs? They've got you covered at the South 23rd Street location. Call 641-472-2454 or visit smithburgs.com. Need quality used parts? Head to Smitty's Auto Recycling on West Grimes in Fairfield. They've got fresh inventory arriving all the time. Selling parts or have a wrecked vehicle? They buy unwanted cars too. Call 472-4200 or stop by to see what's new in the yard. For those shaping the future of Fairfield, Southern Iowa Ready Mix is your trusted partners. With every pour, they're committed to quality, durability, and the satisfaction of watching your vision take form. From the smallest patio to the largest development, they deliver more than materials, they deliver possibilities. Visit SouthernIowaRM.com and lay the groundwork for structures that stand the test of time. Because at Southern Iowa Ready Mix of Fairfield, they believe in building a legacy one mix at a time.
Planning for 2026, smart farmers know the best yields start with the right choices. At Beck's Hybrids, where farmers are art, helping farmers succeed is what makes up the fabric of our culture. Call Brandon Tegeler, your Beck's seed dealer serving Southeast Iowa. Get your 2026 seed orders in early and secure the varieties that perform best on your land. 641-919-7526. That's 641-919-7526. Beck's Hybrids, growing successful together.
Joining me is Matt Jones as we talk about the Fairfield High School football homecoming game with Mediapolis, a first ever opponent, to my knowledge, Matt, to play the Bulldogs from over there near the Mississippi River. So that's something that kind of jumps off the page at you right away.
Yeah, actually, I was really excited to get them on the schedule. We've heard about them for years. They've been very, very competitive in football. And honestly, though, our football boys have played them in the middle school schedule for I don't know how many years, maybe the last 5 to 7 years. We've had Mediapolis on the schedule. So there's a little probably familiarity between the boys. But, they're brand new for the high school, that's for sure.
Like the Trojans, they dropped their first 2 games, both against future Fairfield District opponents, Keokuk 27-14, then last week Mount Pleasant 17-14. So we'll kind of get an idea how we stack up against the 2 future opponents based on the outcome tonight. But your concern, obviously, is Quincy King, a junior quarterback. He's really throwing the ball well. 24 of 49, 259 yards, or 255, I guess it is. And he has 1 touchdown, but 4 interceptions. So that has maybe been the bugaboo. But their leading rusher, only 90 yards, 27 carries from Parker Holstein, a senior. So as you look at that, I'm sure been gearing up for the pass defense this week.
Yes, we really have worked on that. Just being perfect with our alignment, our assignment, and communication is so huge. So, from the sideline to the field, and so everybody gets it. So we got to make sure that we're really tight on that. And you're right, they do a good job throwing the ball. They like screens to the outside. They like screens to the middle. So, they do a good job. And they have a lot of, veteran kids, older kids. They got a lot of seniors.
What kind of defense are they going to throw at you?
Well, in their other games, they've been running a 4-4 with a cover 3 shell, it looks like. So a lot of times when teams do that and they play us, then they'll just run a 6-2. So, and that's what their young kids are doing right now. They're running a 6-2. So they're running like a 4-down lineman, 2 outside backers, and then they have 2 inside backers. But their outside backers are on the line. So, it's a 6-2, and they got like a cover 3 shell type thing. So, we've seen that, But, it just really depends on how you play it and how our boys identify it and how they can play to the whistle here.
I've been impressed with the rushing attack of the Trojans, and it's interesting calling the games with binoculars. I'll lose track of the football. It's been so deceptive with those three running backs. You're kind of the opposite of most high school football teams, under center, double tights, no wide receivers, three running backs, any one of which could get the ball, or quarterback Voss Richardson can keep the ball. The offensive line, let's start there, because you don't run the football unless they're doing a good job up front.
Absolutely. And our tight ends are a big part of that too. So Blake Burnett and Axel Starr, Nolan Smith playing right tackle, right guards Calvin McLean. Both those guys are seniors. Christian Rasmussen doing a great job again at center, very consistent. Left guard is Hank Konzel, and then also we have at left tackle Sebastian Fitwe. So a lot of those guys are seniors. Hank is obviously a sophomore. But those guys are doing a great job. Then on the left side at tight end, we got guys like Aiden Mazzell and Chase Countryman. Both those guys are sophomores. So, yeah, those guys are doing a pretty darn good job for us. And it does, you're right, it does start there. In our offense, too, we've always said a great fake is worth 2 blocks. So the way those backs can carry out their fakes and to take pride in taking eyes away from the play and bodies away from the play, that's a big deal.
Your rushing leader in the balanced attack is right now Zandrick Allison, 34 carries, 184 yards, 5.4 average with 1 touchdown. Ethan Bisgard, of course, had both your touchdowns, the opener against Benton, and then added one last week. He's got 24 runs for 158 yards, that's over 6.5 per carry. And then you go 106 yards from Voss Richardson on 20 carries, 5.3 average. Also got 88 yards from Spencer McCready. He does a good job popping in there at times on 8 carries, so he averages 11 per run. Got his first touchdown last week. And Brady Weigel, of course, sophomore, 11 carries, 51 yards, a 4.6 average. Top receiver so far, as Voss has gone 7 of 12 for 117 yards, 1 touchdown, no interceptions. That's great when you avoid the turnovers, but you got 59 yards on 2 catches from Blake Burnett, including the touchdown last week. Ethan Bisgard, 33 yards on 3 catches, and then a 12-yard reception for Zandrick and 13 for Brady Weigel. So really, as I just look at those stats, as you heard me say all those names, shows balance.
Balance, exactly. I was hoping you were going to say that, because I think the same thing. We have a lot of guys who can carry it. We have guys who are proud to carry it and then catch it, and and then when they're not getting it, we have guys who are happy to carry out fakes. So that's, I think, part of my job is to educate. And I tell you what, unselfishness right now is something that's really, really needed. And we are working on that in our football program, and our kids are buying in and doing a great job. So, it's, we above me, unselfish football, play hard, play to the whistle, play for each other. So that's been a joy. These guys are really buying into that.
What were the takeaways from last week? Being right there at the end with Centerville, had a couple of touchdowns late in the fourth quarter that were nullified by penalties that would have tied the game and given you a chance for a winning PAT. But just how'd you talk to kids after that game and throughout the week?
Well, it really comes down to this mindset stuff of what's within your control and what's not within your control. And you really have to focus on things that you can control. You can maybe influence some things with calls, with the way you play and everything. But at the end of the day, the refs are going to make the calls they're going to make, and you have to respond to it. We don't have necessarily any control over that, but we do certainly control how we respond. So that's the challenge, even in the face of adversity, to just, hey, this is the way it is. And it's all about this play. So we try to get the boys to play in the moment, play one play at a time, and just do the best that they can do every single snap, and put their whole heart and soul into this play right now, because that's all you're guaranteed. So that's what we're looking for doing. I was pretty happy with them, because, like you say, we had an offsetting personal foul call that took us. We would have been first and goal from the 15. That made us repeat like a third down. Then we had on 4th and 2, we had a hold call. That was a touchdown. And then we went and threw the ball again for a touchdown, but we got called for our quarterback being across line of scrimmage. So just adversity, things that you have to work to overcome. And then too bad that one was a loss of down, the quarterback past line of scrimmage. So, frustrating, but learning experience. I hope we can be more together and be stronger through that kind of stuff.
Dan Breen, I asked him about it last Sunday, as a matter of fact. I said, how did you handle with your kids after a game when you thought the officiating maybe had some questionable stuff? He said, during the game, I'd talk to the officials, obviously, advocate for his kids. But once the game is over, he said, I'd always put it behind me because you can't change what was called during the game, and you got to move on from there. And I thought, well, that's a great philosophy, and that's why Dan was a great coach. So taking off your coach hat for a second and put on your dad hat, your son, Ian, is the king of homecoming. Just talk about the pride you must have in that young man. And, of course, his twin, Faith, being on the homecoming court. We had 2 sets of twins, of course, with Spencer and Isabel, Izzy McCready's. First time that anybody knows of in Fairfield High School homecoming history, we've had 2 sets of twins on the homecoming court.
Oh, that's fantastic. Yes. I'll just say a little something about every single one of those kids on that court. They're tremendous. Angela and I have always thought that we're so blessed to have Faith and Ian in the class that they're in. They're just so many good families, so many great kids, truly happy for one another. That's fun. So I want to thank all those parents and all those kids, and then basically the Fairfield community for embracing Ian as well. Ian is, he's a magnet. People love him. He loves people. He loves hugs. He loves encouraging and helping others. And, he's a very special young man. Obviously, Faith is too. And you could see the other night when he got crowned, she kind of really lost it too. And she went up to him and just gave him the biggest hug. And, we've been so busy, we haven't probably been able to kind of take the foot off the gas and just kind of enjoy it. I really hope we can this weekend too. But, just basically really happy with all the people who've influenced our kids over the years here in Fairfield, because, I'm not from here, but people have been very, very good to my wife and I, and welcoming, and that's a huge blessing. So I'll just probably leave it at that, Lee, but we're very blessed.
Well put, Matt. So, again, congratulations to, as you mentioned, the whole court, and obviously your family on having Ian as the king. One final thing, it is homecoming. The dance is tomorrow night. That used to be after the game, so I think that's probably a good change, because then I know the boys probably aren't thinking much about the dance after the game, but it's just one less distraction, I guess.
Yeah, I agree. I actually like it on a Saturday, and it kind of allows everybody to just kind of if it's a lot. I mean, homecoming is very, very busy. There's something going on all the time. These boys, I think, will need to play this football game and then go and, really, hopefully, be very joyous and grateful in their hearts about their opportunity they've had and how they've played. And then tomorrow, let's enjoy a fun time together and go to the dance and be safe. So, that's what, I actually really like to change.
All right. Well, a good pep rally this afternoon. Of course, you got a chance to fire up the crowd. And I told a couple of kids after the game, we don't have to worry about the Society for Prevention of Cruelty to Animals. You could beat up on dogs tonight. Go ahead and feel free to beat the dogs.
Yes, that's good. Beat the bulldogs, yes.
Well, good luck, Matt.
All right. Hey, thanks a lot, Lee.
Thanks, Matt Jones, for taking the time out here in the pregame show. As we get set for Fairfield High School football, we'll take a 3-minute break and be back getting set for kickoff here at Trojan Stadium on Pearl Smith Field. Fairfield hosting Mediapolis.
If you're tired of dropped calls and slow internet, we're here to help. Lisco's the future of fast, reliable communication. Never miss a beat with streaming, gaming, or video calls, whether you're working, playing, or just staying connected. Lisco brings you lightning fast speeds, crystal clear calls, and unbeatable reliability. Switch today and experience the difference. Call me, Samantha, your Lisco sales rep at 641-209-5400. That's 209-5400, or visit us at lisco.com.
This is Jeremy with Cranston Family Funeral Home. I want to take a moment and say thank you, not for choosing our funeral home, although we're deeply honored when you do, but for showing up for your neighbors, for supporting small businesses, for standing in line at visitations and hugging people you maybe haven't seen in years. That is what makes our communities feel like home. At Cranston Family Funeral Home, we don't believe in flashy promises. We believe in showing up quietly, respectfully, and doing the work that matters when it matters most. So from our family to yours, thank you. We see you, we are grateful for you, and we'll be here when you need us.
Pick a card, any card. Right now, at Community First Credit Union, save big when you lock in a low intro rate on select credit cards. Choose between our Flex Rewards, Signature Rewards, or Smart Rate cards, and enjoy a low rate for 12 months on purchases and balance transfers. Plus, each card offers perks like no annual fee and easy-to-use digital banking. Get details and apply at c1stcu.com or at any C1st location. Subject to credit approval, federally insured by the NCUA.
We care. At Jefferson County Health Center, it's the little things that make a big difference. We believe every patient deserves to feel safe and comforted, no matter what brings them here. We strive to turn fear into comfort. We are committed to ensuring every patient feels informed, supported, and truly cared for.
Jefferson County Health Center, care you can count on. It's what we do.
Dr. Matt here, looking for complete dental care for your entire family? At Fairfield Dental Clinic in Fairfield, that's exactly what we provide.
Dr. Pat here. We pride ourselves on delivering comprehensive care from routine cleanings to advanced procedures. At Fairfield Dental Clinic, we're committed to creating healthy smiles in a comfortable, caring environment.
We live here, we work here, and we're proud to care for generations of families from Fairfield and the surrounding area. Call today for an appointment. Fairfield Dental Clinic, complete dental care for your entire family, your neighbors, your dentists, your smile.
This is Miss Bonnie at Packwood Locker and Meats of Packwood. Packwood Locker and Meats brings farm fresh to your table. Beefy with boldness, porky with perfection, fresh off the farm and into your kitchen. We know how to make every meal a masterpiece. Trust the quality and savor the taste, because at Packwood Locker and Meats, fresh isn't just a promise, it's a guarantee. Now open for retail and pickup 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Fridays and Saturdays. Visit PackwoodLockerandMeats.com for more information. Trust me, you can't beat Peyton's Meat, and we dare you to try.
You're watching Fairfield Trojan football on the Atomo Radio Group Sports Network.
All right, welcome back here to Fairfield High School Trojan Stadium as the Fairfield High School Trojan Marching Band, under the direction of Tyler Nunziato, is marching on the field. Pearl Smith Field, of course, named in the honor of our former longtime athletic director and football coach, and a really good guy living down at the Lake of the Ozarks in Missouri these days, but spent his, obviously, time as a great coach and leader of Fairfield High School athletes, and he and wife, of course, widower, as his wife Shirley died in the last couple of years, but raised their family with the boys, Smith boys, here in Fairfield. So I think we're going to just do another 2-minute timeout, and we will. Okay, they're doing the fights. I thought we were getting ready for the anthem, so we got a little bit more time before we'll take our next break. So let's set things up. You heard Coach Jones, obviously, very proud of his son and daughter, the twins, Ian and Faith, being on the homecoming court. And he mentioned he was very proud of the entire court. So let me mention the other King candidates: Tristan Garrettson, Joshua Carlson, Dane Burkhart, Drew Myers, and Spencer McCready. On the Queen's side, of course, Spencer's twin Isabel McCready, Mallory Weigel, Caroline Van Pelt, Bailey Belzer, Faith Jones, the twin of Ian, and then Iris Lane. So those were the other homecoming court candidates, Caroline being the queen of homecoming 2025. So congratulations to Caroline Van Pelt and Ian Jones on that honor from their classmates, and just so tickled for Ian, especially being the homecoming king in this 115th year of Fairfield High School football. Mentioned with Coach Jones there about some of the statistical leaders for both of these teams. Let me just recap in case you're tuning at this point. Quincy King, the junior quarterback for the Bulldogs, wears number 3, 24 of 49, 255 yards. That's 10.6 per completion. 1 touchdown, but 4 interceptions. So he has put the ball in harm's way, if you will, leading to some takeaways for the opponent. Top receiver with 119 yards on 11 catches, Gannon Gunn. He's number 2, a senior. They also have 49 yards on 5 catches from Lathan Keller. He wears number 30. And then 46 yards on 4 catches from Nathan Smidgall. Smidgall is a senior, wears number 28. Also a 25-yard reception from Brock Spears. A couple of catches, 16 yards for Finn McClure, the top receivers. Mentioned the running game. They have one back, not even at 100 yards, leading them. Parker Holstein, number 31, a senior, 27 carries, 90 yards, 2 touchdowns, though. And they've had 4 touchdowns on the season. And their extra point kicker is I had to get this name from the folks over there on the Mediapolis side, Grant Konechny. It's spelled Konecne, a senior. He's, I believe, 4 of 4 kicking PATs on the season. Yeah, so he hasn't missed on 4 extra points, and he has 3 kickoffs for 118 yards on the season. They've got a banner out here for the players to run through. It says, "No dogs allowed." And as I mentioned to Coach Jones, this is a night where it's legal to beat the dogs. You don't have to worry about the SPCA coming in and getting mad because you're beating up on dogs. That's the goal of the Trojans, to beat these dogs here tonight and not let the dogs out as far as that passing attack is concerned for their quarterback, Quincy King. On the Fairfield side, we've got, again, Voss Richardson completing 7 of 12 passes, 117 yards. That 1 touchdown, of course, was last week. That to Blake Burnett, a 25-yard hookup. And then they had other different Trojans score last week. Of course, Ethan Bisgard had the only 2 against Benton. He got 1 last week. But then the first of the season for quarterback Voss Richardson. Also Spencer McCready, Zandrick Allison, and Brady Weigel. Good balance on that running game. 184 yards from Zandrick Allison, 34 carries, average of 5.4, 158 on 24 runs from Ethan Bisgard, an average of 6.6 with the 3 touchdowns. Then you got 106 yards on 20 carries from Voss Richardson. So we have 3 backs that have more than the leading rusher for Mediapolis. And we'll talk more about the stats. But right now we'll take a 2-minute break and be back with more pregame show on the Atomo Radio Group YouTube channel.
Need electrical work done right? Livewire Electric is Southeast Iowa's premier electrical contractor, serving Jefferson County and nearby areas. From home wiring upgrades to all your electrical needs, call Rod at 641-472-4853. Livewire Electric, powering your home safely. Give your house a facelift. Quality garage doors that make a difference. Call 641-209-9948 for your free estimate on a new garage door. Open and close your day with straight-up doors of Fairfield.
For those shaping the future of Fairfield, Southern Iowa Ready Mix is your trusted partners. With every pour, they're committed to quality, durability, and the satisfaction of watching your vision take form. From the smallest patio to the largest development, they deliver more than materials, they deliver possibilities. Visit SouthernIowaRM.com and lay the groundwork for structures that stand the test of time. Because at Southern Iowa Ready Mix of Fairfield, they believe in building a legacy one mix at a time. Shopping for a quality used car? Check out the inventory at Smithburg Automotive Lot at 1503 West Burlington Avenue in Fairfield. Need repairs? They've got you covered at the South 23rd Street location. Call 641-472-2454 or visit smithburgs.com. Need quality used parts? Head to Smitty's Auto Recycling on West Grimes in Fairfield. They've got fresh inventory arriving all the time. Selling parts or have a wrecked vehicle? They buy unwanted cars too. Call 472-4200 or stop by to see what's new in the yard.
Planning for 2026? Smart farmers know the best yields start with the right choices. At Beck's Hybrids, where farmers are art, helping farmers succeed is what makes up the fabric of our culture. Call Brandon Tegler, your Beck's seed dealer serving Southeast Iowa. Get your 2026 seed orders in early and secure the varieties that perform best on your land. 641-919-7526. That's 641-919-7526. Beck's Hybrids, growing successful together.
You're watching Fairfield Trojan football on the Atomo Radio Group Sports Network.
Back here at Fairfield High School Trojan Stadium, Voss Richardson, Nolan Smith, Spencer McCready, Zandrick Allison, the 4 Trojan captains going out to center field reenacting the coin toss. We'll find out who's going to be kicking and receiving to start this football game. Mentioned the balanced rushing attack stopped with Voss Richardson, 20 carries, 106 yards, 5.3 per run. And then Spencer McCready, 8 carries, 88 yards, best average of 11 per run. 11 carries, 51 yards from sophomore Brady Weigel. Let's talk about the defense. Trojans are led by Ethan Bisgard. 20 total tackles, 18 of them solo. That's far and away the leader. In fact, the only one in double figures at this point of the season. 9 from Tucker Robertson with 7 of them solos. 7 tackles from Spencer McCready, 3 of them solos. 6 tackles with 5 solos from Christian Rasmussen up there on the defensive line. 6 tackles, 5 solo from Brady Weigel, and 4 solo tackles from Voss Richardson. So those would be the Trojan leading tacklers. And we haven't got a Fairfield takeaway yet this season. No fumble recoveries or interceptions. So let's look to change that here tonight. Ethan Bisgard has a 16-yard punt return. Zandrick Allison has kicked off 10 times, 497 yards, almost 50 yards per kickoff. He's 2 of 4 kicking PATs, all of those last week against Centerville, as Trojans didn't go for any kicked extra points in the season opening loss to Benton Community. And as far as kick returns, Ethan Bisgard, 3 of them, 45 yards, 34 yards on 2 returns by Jackson Hollander, and it's good to have Jackson back in the mix tonight. So Mediapolis is going to be at the south end of Trojan Stadium. They deferred, so Fairfield will receive the kickoff on the north end of Pearl Smith Field to start the game here in a few seconds, as there's less than a minute on the clock. Mentioned the homecoming court. Again, congratulations to Queen Caroline Van Pelden King, Ian Jones. Had Charlie Adams stop up here in the booth. Good to see him out supporting the Trojans tonight. I believe it's his nephew that's quarterbacking the Fresh Soft team, Owen Adam, a freshman. So always good to see old-time friends and just parents, if you will, alum coming up here to get a chance to catch up with me before the game. Quincy King, junior quarterback for the Bulldogs. Let's tell you, he is a 6'1", 160-pound junior. I mentioned the leading running back, Parker Holstein, 90 yards on 27 carries. Holstein wears number 90. That's, no, that's 90 yards. I'm sorry. Yeah, looking at the wrong thing there. I was going to say, I've never seen a running back wear number 90. Let's see what his number is. Holstein is number 31. So we'll look for him to be carrying the ball when Mediapolis goes on offense. One of our Trojans went to the 35 of Mediapolis. Says we're going to get a little bit of a head start here, go right behind the guys kicking the ball off and maybe do some lead blocking for one of the return men. Zandrick Allison, Ethan Bisgard will be back deep to receive the kickoff. They're both going up down inside the 10-yard line. Ethan will be on the left facing the kicker. Or I guess right facing the kicker. And Zandrick on the left. So we're ready to go. Homecoming 2025 here at 7:33. Trojans and Bulldogs. And a kickoff coming from Kanishny. Left-footed kicker. Looks like Zandrick Allison on the return from the 15-yard line. Gets in behind the blockers, gets it across the 30-yard line. So good field position for the Trojans to start the initial series of the night. 11:54 on the clock. Voss Richardson, Trojan quarterback, only a junior. They'll be at the 31-yard line for this opening possession. Voss is a 5'9", 100 looks like 60 pounds junior. He turns, hands the ball off to Zandrick Allison with a big carry. He's across the 40 for a Fairfield first down on the initial play of the ball game. So good job by Zandrick, getting a nice gain on that first down carry. So yeah, Voss 5'9", 169, so almost 170. Zandrick also a junior. He's a 5'8", 170-pounder. Get my binoculars on Voss as he gets the snap from Christian Rasmussen. Hands again to Zandrick. He's off right tackle. This time only gets about 3 yards to the 45 on the Fairfield side of the 50-yard line. Just underway, big thanks to my producer and director and camera operator, A.J. Rowe Anthony, my grandson and Busy, of course, covering Van Buren volleyball with Shan Moquin. In fact, he's going to be up early tomorrow morning heading to the Saturday tournament for Van Buren County volleyball. Second and, we'll call it 8 actually. Voss hands it off to Ethan Bisgard, I believe. Yep, Ethan on his first carry of the night will give Fairfield enough where it'll be a 3rd and short. About a half a yard short. 3rd and inches. And you're across midfield, so in plus territory. This, I would think, is 4 down territory if you don't lose yardage on this play. Let's hope we get the first down. Wouldn't be surprised the quarterback sneak coming, and there it is, and he easily gets the first down. That offensive line, Coach Jones talked about it, doing a great job coming off the ball. Center, 2-year veteran Christian Rasmussen, right tackle Nolan Smith, left tackle Sebastian Fitway, right guard Calvin McLean, left guard Hank Konzel. Tight ends on the left side, Hayden Mazzell and Chase Countryman alternate at times. On the right side, Blake Burnett and Axel Starr. Here's the first down, handoff to Brady Weigel. He'll be stopped for virtually no gain. Trojans had the ball on the Mediapolis 47 on that play. They'll get a yard, so it'll be 2nd and 9 facing Fairfield. Hayden Mazzell just checked in, number 15. He'll be on the left side, Blake Burnett on the right. Blake still a little bit hobbled by that ankle, so he may be a little more limited on plays tonight offensively. Here's the handoff to Zandrick Allison, and Mediapolis meets him in the backfield. Might have fought his way back to the line of scrimmage. It'll set up a 3rd and long facing the Trojans for the first time tonight. Right at the Bulldog 46-yard line. So you need a positive gain here to realistically go for it on 4th down, or, as I said, last 3rd down situation, pick it up on this play and don't have to worry about 4th down. Christian Rasmussen up to the ball. Voss Richardson under center. Fairfield does not go shotgun very often. Handoff, nope, Voss keeping it, and he's going to be sacked. Nice job by the Bulldogs, flooding the backfield, 25 on the sack. That's Brock Spears for the Bulldogs. So now Fairfield will be punting from their own. Looks like they'll put it back at the Fairfield 46-yard line. So it'll be 4th and about 18. They call it 9-10 on the scoreboard. I will not argue. 4th and long. Voss, the punter. Got 2 and 30 back there deep to receive, and the ball comes over to the number 2. He catches it at about the Mediapolis 30. Has a lot of running room, gets it across the 50-yard line. Finally is spun down on the play. Good punt return for Mediapolis. Christian Rasmussen on the tackle. But not before Mediapolis will have outstanding field position for their initial possession of the game. On the plus side of the field at the Fairfield 46-yard line. So Trojans got a couple of first downs, but then had to punt it. So we'll see Quincy King, quarterback for the Bulldogs. Holstein will line up behind him. He's in the shotgun. Holstein's about 4 yards behind him. Man in motion left to right. They toss it to Holstein. He's sweeping to the right, has a good wall out in front. He's going to get a first down on that carry inside the Fairfield 35-yard line. Holstein, a good run. Saw Spencer McCready and Axel Starr among several Trojans at the point where he's brought down, but takes it to the Fairfield 33 where it's 1st and 10 Bulldogs. Parker Holstein, a 5'11", 180-pound senior. Quarterback Quincy King, a 6'1", 160-pound junior. Holstein looks to be just a little to the left of King. This time a lot less yardage between him and the quarterback. He's on the carry. Christian Rasmussen wraps him up, and then it's like Blake Burnett helping out on the stop. But a solid gain of about 6 on first down will set up 2nd and 4. And the ball is on the Fairfield 27-yard line. They go 2 receivers on each side of the formation with that One running back, no tight ends for Mediapolis. Just the 5 offensive linemen up there on the line of scrimmage. Handoff to Holstein. He busts a tackle and he gets outside. He's still on his feet down in the red zone inside the Fairfield 15-yard line. Like Axel Starr, also Jackson Hollander and Spencer McCready. But it'll be a first down Bulldogs as they get it to the Fairfield 12-yard line. So Mediapolis having good field position to start this opening drive for them tonight. And the Trojans could use that first takeaway of the season right here. Quincy King in shotgun. Quarterback gets the snap, hands to Holstein, straight ahead. Runs over a couple of Trojans. He's running hard. Looked like it was 58 on the stop for the Trojans. That would be Benji Hunter. Gain of about 8, call it second and a long 2 facing the Bulldogs. They're outside right about the Fairfield 5-yard line. King in shotgun. Holstein just to his left, about a yard behind him. Handoff again to Holstein. He's going to have a touchdown, Mediapolis. So a 5-yard touchdown run with 6:27 left here in the first quarter. Pretty much a Holstein drive there. Parker Holstein. Konishny has hit all 4 extra points this season. Holding will be number 2 for the Bulldogs. That's a Gannon Gunn. So just under 6.5 minutes, so not quite halfway through the first quarter. Mediapolis scores first. It's a soccer-style kicker. Konishny. Snap a little low. Trojans got good penetration, but he gets the kick up and through. So at the 6:27 mark in first quarter, Mediapolis strikes first, going up 7-0. Back with the kickoff in 1 minute on the Atomo Radio Group YouTube channel.
At Family First Chiropractic, it is our goal to get you and your family as healthy as possible and keep you healthy for the rest of your life. We deliver an elevated level of care for the entire family. We approach healthcare from a holistic view, incorporating multiple chiropractic techniques and physical therapy to ensure that our patients achieve the best results as fast as possible. We believe you deserve the best. A little preventative care now will eliminate pain management in later years. We want our kids to grow and live an active, healthy lifestyle. Get your family checked at Family First Chiropractic.
If you're tired of dropped calls and slow internet, we're here to help. Lisco's the future of fast, reliable communication. Never miss a beat with streaming, gaming, or video calls, whether you're working, playing, or just staying connected. Lisco brings you lightning fast speeds, crystal clear calls, and unbeatable reliability. Switch today and experience the difference. Call me, Samantha, your Lisco sales rep at 641-209-5400. That's 209-5400, or visit us at lisco.com.
Braden DeLang is the kickoff man. He sends it deep to about the 10, where it is, I believe, Zandrick Allison this time on the return. Gets it out across the 30 once again. So first down, Trojans need to counter that Mediapolis early score. Starting about the same, 1 yard better than the first possession where they were at the 31, now the 32. So quarterback Boss Richardson and the Trojan offense back out for the second time tonight. Center Christian Rasmussen up to the ball. Hank Conzel, Calvin McLean on either side of the center as the guards. Here's a handoff to Ethan Bisgard. A lot of running room up the middle. He has one man to beat at the Mediapolis 30, 20. He's just tripped up by number 2 Gunn. Gannon Gunn. Touchdown saving tackle, but first down Trojans on the Mediapolis about 15-yard line. Make the trip into the red zone. So let's see, that's 18-35, a 53-yard run by Ethan Bisgard. First down on the Mediapolis 15-yard line. Here's the handoff. Trying to get outside is Zandrick Allison. Busts a tackle inside the 10. Started this series in the red zone. Trying to get a touchdown to get within one and hopefully an extra point to tie it. Or 2-point conversion would take the lead. But I think they've established after last week going to be attempting to kick extra points. They do spot the ball at the Bulldog 9-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 5. So a nice solid first down gain by Zandrick Allison. Tackles Nolan Smith, Sebastian Fitwe. Here's the fake handoff. Voss passing it out. He's got a man wide open. Zandrick Allison. It will be down to the Mediapolis. Nope, they call touchdown. Touchdown, Trojans. Oh, there is a flag down. So let's check the penalty. It's over here on the east side of the field. The official that threw it reports to the referee. So for the moment, it's a 10-yard touchdown. They wave it off, so it does count. 10-yard touchdown, the second touchdown pass of the season for Voss Richardson. So Voss to Zandrick Allison. Zandrick looked like he was going to be tripped up just short of the goal line, but the referee said he got the ball across the plane of the goal. And Zandrick will try the tying PAT. Kick is up and it is no good. Comes up short. So leaves the Trojans down a point with Fairfield kicking off. When we come back after this 1-minute break, you're watching and listening to Trojan football on the Atomo Radio Group YouTube channel.
Sometimes accidents happen, and when they do, trust Finney Auto Body, Southeast Iowa's collision center specialists for over 40 years. We fix your vehicle the right way. We handle everything from minor fender benders to major repairs. Quality workmanship you can trust because we stand behind our work with a lifetime warranty. Don't let unexpected damage from an accident ruin your travel plans. Get right back on the road like it never happened at Finney Auto Body in Fairfield. Expert collision repair when you need it most. Visit us at FinneyAutoBody.com. And here at Finney Auto Body, we support the Fairfield Trojans.
This is Jeremy with Cranston Family Funeral Home. I want to take a moment and say thank you, not for choosing our funeral home, although we're deeply honored when you do, but for showing up for your neighbors, for supporting small businesses, for standing in line at visitations and hugging people you maybe haven't seen in years. That is what makes our communities feel like home. At Cranston Family Funeral Home, we don't believe in flashy promises. We believe in showing up quietly, respectfully, and doing the work that matters when it matters most. So from our family to yours, thank you. We see you, we are grateful for you, and we'll be here when you need us.
Back for the Trojan kickoff, and it is Zandrick Allison who will tee the ball up at the 40-yard line, kicking from the north side of Pearl Smith Field here in a hot September night, but it's actually, after the sun went down, got a nice little breeze. It's kind of helping cool it down a bit. The flag not moving much on the south end of the Trojan Stadium Bowl. Of course, the flag up there at the top of the hill. Zandrick approaches the ball, kicks it deep, and it will be taken on the fly, dropped by the return man. Now he tries to break the attack. He does, and now he's got running room. And he'll battle for several yards. Zandrick Allison finally got him, took him to the turf, but again, a good kick return. There are flags. That's in the illegal block area on the Mediapolis 30. So that's going to back them up from what would have been field position at around their own 45-yard line, but they're already walking toward the south, expecting a hold or illegal block in the back. We'll see what the referee indicates here. 4:56 on the clock. We have gone under 5 minutes. It is holding on Mediapolis. It's a nice job by the Trojan offense, countering the Mediapolis score to start the scoring in this game. Looks like the penalty will be 10 yards from the 30, so actually they're going to go from the 31, so Mediapolis should have it their own 21 to start this possession. Trying to talk the Trojans into their first takeaway of the season. No interceptions or fumble recoveries first couple of weeks. Of course, that game with Benton to start the season. Fairfield was down 14-12 up at Van Horn at halftime. Got outscored 15-0 to drop that one 29-12. And then last week the heartbreaking shootout with Centerville, 44-38. Mediapolis quarterback, Quincy King. Parker Holstein. Oh, different running back this time, and boy, he's got a lot of running room. Breaks a couple tackles. Finally brought down by Spencer McCready, but not before he crosses midfield. This time the carry by Brock Spears, number 25. So Mediapolis gets a big run. That overcame the penalty. And the Bulldogs have it 1st and 10 on the Fairfield 47-yard line. King, the quarterback, hands it off to Spears again, this time a short gain. Zandrick Allison, Sebastian Fitwee, also Aiden Mazzell on that stop. Just a couple of yards on the carry, so 2nd and 8. King in the shotgun for Mediapolis. It is still Brock Spears at running back. Looks like they got another back in front of the quarterback, King. He's rolling to the right, and the pass goes through the hands of that guy who was lined up just behind the lineman to the right of the quarterback. That was number 8, Kyler Crow. Incomplete pass, 3rd and 8. Might see another pass in this situation. Would expect it, certainly. Maybe the Trojan pass rush can create havoc in the backfield. 3rd and 8 on the Fairfield 45. If they get no yardage here, you would expect a punt in this situation, but Fairfield needs to make a play. 3 receivers right, 1 to the left. King gets the snap, fakes. No, he does hand it off to Spears. He's battling, going to be close to the first down. He'll be short, but turned it into where they'll probably go for it now. Blake Burnett, Voss Richardson at the end of the play. It will be 4th and a short yard. Ball just outside the Fairfield 37. So the Bulldogs definitely will call this 4-down territory. Trojan defense needs a stop here. Of course, they snap it in the shotgun rather than going quarterback sneak or tush push, if you will, the old Eagles NFL play that works so effectively. The handoff is made. Aiden Mazzell got him in the backfield, but the original running back Holstein able to run through his arms and carried him for the first down. So a nice run by Parker Holstein to keep the drive going for Mediapolis, converting on 4th and 1. It'll be 1st and 10 at the Fairfield 34-yard line as we've gone under 3 minutes left in this opening quarter. Fairfield High School homecoming 2025. Again, congratulations to Queen Caroline Van Pelt and King Ian Jones. 1st and 10 Bulldogs. Quincy King now with Holstein lining up again about 4 yards behind him in the backfield. And then King is about 4 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Toss to Holstein, trying to sweep it right. He gets a lot of running room. Brought down by Ethan Bisgard and looked like Blake Burnett. But a solid gain on first down. It'll be about 9, 2nd and 1, just outside the Fairfield 25-yard line. So far, the Bulldogs running the ball effectively here in this opening quarter. 2nd and short. This sometimes would be a gamble play for an offense. They might fake the handoff and go try to pass it behind the Fairfield defense. 3 receivers right and 1 on the left. Timeout called by Mediapolis. We'll use it for a minute and be back with more Trojan homecoming football on the Atomo Radio Group YouTube channel.
Pick a card, any card. Right now, at Community First Credit Union, save big when you lock in a low intro rate on select credit cards. Choose between our Flex Rewards, Signature Rewards, or Smart Rate cards, and enjoy a low rate for 12 months on purchases and balance transfers. Plus, each card offers perks like no annual fee and easy-to-use digital banking. Get details and apply at c1stcu.com or at NEC First location. Subject to credit approval, federally insured by the NCUA.
Need electrical work done right? Livewire Electric is Southeast Iowa's premier electrical contractor, serving Jefferson County and nearby areas. From home wiring upgrades to all your electrical needs, call Rod at 641-472-4853. Livewire Electric, powering your home safely. Give your house a facelift. Quality garage doors that make a difference. Call 641-209-9948 for your free estimate on a new garage door. Open and close your day with Straight Up Doors of Fairfield.
Second and short as Mediapolis burned the timeout. One of their 3 in the first half. King gets the snap, hands to Holstein. Hayden Mazzell wrapped him up behind the line. I think it's going to be just short, so second and basically 1 will turn into third and probably a half yard. They'll give him just a little bit of forward progress. 3rd and a half yard to go. So Trojan defense is going to have to make another play and maybe probably another one after that. But right now it's 3rd and short. Again, they do not line up under center, so a quarterback sneak is not coming. Holstein on the carry. He'll get the first down. Drugged down by Hayden Mazzell. Also out in front were Sandrick Allison and a couple of other Trojans. But first down, Mediapolis on the Fairfield 23-yard line. That's closer to the 22 from my vantage point. Yeah, I'm going to call it 1st and 10 from the 22. As we're under a minute left in the first quarter. Both teams running, so it's moving, keeping that clock moving. Quincy King, the quarterback, looks over at the bench now, calling out the signals. Spears, the running back. The pass to the left is going to be caught. Zandrick Allison will wrap up number 2 Gunn. And we're under 25 seconds, so they wouldn't have to run another play. Gannon Gunn, the senior receiver, 6 foot, 150 pounds, so a smaller guy. Gain of 3, 2nd and 7. Looks like Mediapolis will let the clock run out, so we'll march the ball down to the south end of the field. Mediapolis will have a 2nd and 7 coming up from the Fairfield 19 on the opening play of the second quarter. Back in a minute with more Trojan football on the Atomo Radio Group Sports Network.
Shopping for a quality used car? Check out the inventory at Smithburg Automotive's lot at 1503 West Burlington Avenue in Fairfield. Need repairs? They've got you covered at the South 23rd Street location. Call 641-472-2454 or visit smithburgs.com. Need quality used parts? Head to Smitty's Auto Recycling on West Grimes in Fairfield. They've got fresh inventory arriving all the time. Selling parts or have a wrecked vehicle? They buy unwanted cars too. Call 472-4200 or stop by to see what's new in the yard.
Dr. Matt here, looking for complete dental care for your entire family? At Fairfield Dental Clinic in Fairfield, that's exactly what we provide.
Dr. Pat here. We pride ourselves on delivering comprehensive care from routine cleanings to advanced procedures. At Fairfield Dental Clinic, we're committed to creating healthy smiles in a comfortable, caring environment.
We live here, we work here, and we're proud to care for generations of families from Fairfield and the surrounding area. Call today for an appointment. Fairfield Dental Clinic, complete dental care for your entire family, your neighbors, your dentists, your smile.
You're watching Fairfield Trojan football on the Atomo Radio Group Sports Network.
Back here at Fairfield High School on Pearl Smith Field inside Trojan Stadium, a 2nd and 7 facing the Bulldogs from the Fairfield 19-yard line. Each team with a touchdown in the first quarter. The difference in the game, the extra point by Grant Konishny for the Bulldogs after the Parker Holstein 5-yard touchdown run. Boss Richardson 10-yard touchdown pass to Zandrick Allison. Then Zandrick's PAT came up short. That's right now the difference in this game, but the Bulldogs are in the red zone just inside the 20-yard line of Fairfield. Quincy King, the quarterback. Now with that second running back, Brock Spears behind him. I'd say about 3 yards behind him. Receiver from left to right across the formation. They toss it to Spears. Gets out in running room inside the 10. Going to be heading for the end zone. It's a touchdown, Mediapolis. Guess we'll call it a 20-yard touchdown run on the opening play of the second quarter. So the Bulldogs have hit a couple of touchdown runs. This one by Brock Spears. And on to try the PAT is Grant Konishny. Out of the hold of Gannon Gunn. Low snap. Trojans got penetration, but he got the kick over him and through the upright. So Bulldogs on top by 8, 14-6. Back with their kickoff in a minute. You're watching the Trojan football team on the Atomo Radio Group YouTube channel.
For those shaping the future of Fairfield, Southern Iowa Ready Mix is your trusted partners. With every pour, they're committed to quality, durability, and the satisfaction of watching your vision take form. From the smallest patio to the largest development, they deliver more than materials, they deliver possibilities. Visit SouthernIowaRM.com and lay the groundwork for structures that stand the test of time. Because at Southern Iowa Ready Mix of Fairfield, they believe in building a legacy one mix at a time.
We care. At Jefferson County Health Center, it's the little things that make a big difference. We believe every patient deserves to feel safe and comforted, no matter what brings them here. We strive to turn fear into comfort. We are committed to ensuring every patient feels informed, supported, and truly cared for.
Jefferson County Health Center, care you can count on. It's what we do.
Back here for the Mediapolis kickoff, and again, not Konishny on the kickoffs. It is number 15, Braden DeLang. Fairfield will have Ethan Bisgard, Zandrick Allison back to return. Ethan on the right side of the field as you face the formation. Zandrick on the left. The kick is heading for Zandrick again. He cuts to his right, getting him behind several blockers. And this return will go across the 30-yard line before he's taken down. The Trojans will have it with 11:45 on the clock here in the second quarter. Looks like their own 33 or 34, waiting for him to put the ball down. We'll call it the 33. So it's interesting, our first possession 31, second 32, and now 33-yard line. Getting 1 yard closer to the end zone each time Mediapolis has kicked off. Voss in behind center, Christian Rasmussen hands to Ethan Bisgard. He's met at the point of attack, fighting his way for a couple of yards. That was impressive because Ethan was hit behind the line of scrimmage, kept those legs churning and turned it into a 2-yard gain where it could have been a 2-yard loss. 2nd and 8 facing the Trojans. At halftime, we'll mention the Trojan senior band members. I was just highlighting them on the program sheet here tonight. They've got them scattered all around their band roster. Here's Voss Richardson on the keeper. He gets almost to midfield before being spun down. It'll be a Trojan first down. Nice fake by Voss as the Bulldogs were expecting the run to go up the middle, and Voss took it to the right outside. So first down, Trojans. Right on their own 49-yard line. 3 backs behind Voss. Double tights, no wide receivers. Handoff right up the middle goes Spencer McCready for a Trojan touchdown. 51 yards to the end zone. Spencer McCready, like he was shot out of a cannon. Nice to see that member of the homecoming court get himself a touchdown tonight. Longest touchdown run of the season by a Trojan. I think Mediapolis was looking around like, where'd that guy come from? He was basically untouched right up the middle and was into the secondary before Mediapolis knew what hit him. Fairfield will go for the 2 to try to tie the score here. Kind of expected that. Lining up the regular formation. Fake it to Zandrick. Now the pass to Zandrick, or Ethan, it goes out of it off his hands. So 2-point pass incomplete, leaves the Trojans down 2, pending a Fairfield kickoff. And we'll have it coming up in a minute. You're listening and watching the Trojans on the Atomo Radio Group YouTube channel.
Planning for 2026? Smart farmers know the best yields start with the right choices. At Beck's Hybrids, where farmers are art, helping farmers succeed is what makes up the fabric of our culture. Call Brianna Tegler, your Beck's seed dealer serving Southeast Iowa. Get your 2026 seed orders in early and secure the varieties that perform best on your land. 641-919-7526. That's 641-919-7526. Beck's Hybrids, growing successful together.
If you're tired of dropped calls and slow internet, we're here to help. Lisco's the future of fast, reliable communication. Never miss a beat with streaming, gaming, or video calls, whether you're working, playing, or just staying connected. Lisco brings you lightning fast speeds, crystal clear calls, and unbeatable reliability. Switch today and experience the difference. Call me, Samantha, your Lisco sales rep at 641-209-5400. That's 209-5400, or visit us at lisco.com.
All right, Zandrick Allison will tee the ball up, shaping up to be another shootout like last week where Fairfield and Centerville both went over 35. The Big Reds getting a couple of breaks on calls late in the game to hang on 44-38 and a key interception, and I'll talk more about that in a little while. But Zandrick ready to kick it off, puts the right foot to it, floats it down the middle of the field. On the return is number 2, Gunn. Cuts to his left. A lot of running room. And finally met there by, I believe, Zandrick Allison, the kicker. There is a flag down at about the Mediapolis 48-yard line. So that's close to midfield. That's not typically where it would be an illegal block call. But we'll see what the officiating crew is going to call. The referee comes over and says holding on Mediapolis, and will be from the Bulldog 44, so it won't hurt as much as a lot of those illegal blocks or holds, but it does put them back at their own 34-yard line, so that's a few yards helping Fairfield on the call. So neither defense says, well, I guess Mediapolis, the opening possession stopped Fairfield, but after that, each team has possessed the ball and scored a touchdown. Quincy King now has a running back to his left, as well as Holstein. Hands it off to Parker Holstein. He spins forward for a few yards out close to the 40, so that'd be a gain of right at 6 yards, we'll call it. Calvin McLean and Blake Burnett on the stop. We do have a Bulldog shaken up on the play. It's one of their linemen, number 63. That is Benjamin Gerst, a 5'10", 180-pound senior. So while they check him out, we'll take a break with my producer-director, Anthony A.J. Rowe, as the Bulldogs lead the Trojans 14-12 on Fairfield High School homecoming. Back once they get the injured player taken care of here on the Atomo Radio Group Sports Network.
Pick a card, any card. Right now, at Community First Credit Union, save big when you lock in a low intro rate on select credit cards. Choose between our Flex Rewards, Signature Rewards, or Smart Rate cards, and enjoy a low rate for 12 months on purchases and balance transfers. Plus, each card offers perks like no annual fee and easy-to-use digital banking. Get details and apply at c1stcu.com or at NEC First location. Subject to credit approval, federally insured by the NCUA.
There's nothing quite like Friday Night Lights to bring a community together. This is Scott with Beener Funeral Home in Fairfield, and we believe in the strength of a community. My wife Rachel and I grew up in Van Buren County and are proud to serve this community we call home. From monument sales, pre-planning, and creating unique celebrations of life, we invite you to experience the Beener difference where we put families and community first. Beener Funeral Home, serving Van Buren County and all of Southeast Iowa, and proud supporter of Van Buren County sports.
Good news is Gerst pretty much walked off under his own power, so hopefully they'll be able to have him return to the game. It'll be 2nd and 4 for the Bulldogs on their own 40-yard line as we're just a couple of minutes into the second quarter, coming up on the 10-minute mark. Quincy King, the Bulldog quarterback with Parker Holstein lined up about a yard behind him to the left. Now they go a jet sweep with a wide receiver coming back across the formation. Didn't work. Blake Burnett. Aiden Mazzell. Axel Starr. Stopped Nathan Schmidgall. 5'11", 165-pound senior. It'll be third and short, 3, long 2 facing the Bulldogs. Trojans wanting to be cruel to animals tonight. Beat the dogs. And not let them out, but so far they've been, who let the dogs out, they've been doing pretty well running the ball. 3 receivers on the right, 1 to the left. Quincy King ready for the snap-in shotgun. Hands it off to Parker Holstein. He'll have the first down and then some. Gets it just across the 50-yard line. 20 Blake Burnett, 1 Voss Richardson on the tackle, but Bulldogs get it to the Fairfield 48, so they go to plus territory here at Trojan Stadium. Right now with a 2-point lead, 14-12, the difference being the extra points by Grant Konishny. Fairfield missed an extra point kick and then had an incomplete pass on a 2-point conversion attempt. Grant King from the shotgun. Fakes the handoff, rolling right. Pass out in the flat, got a man wide open. I believe that's Smidgall again. Ethan Bisgard tripped him up. It'll be a first down Bulldogs. Mentioned that Quincy King, good as far as percentage, right around 50% on the season, throwing the ball, but 1 touchdown, 4 interceptions. 24-49, so 49%, 255 yards. That was coming into the game tonight. Again, he's in the shotgun formation. Parker Holstein to his right, just offset behind him. Gets the handoff, Holstein straight ahead. Aiden Mazzell wrapped him up from behind. He still fell forward for a couple of more yards. Gains about 4, 2nd and 6. Mediapolis doing a good job getting several yards on first down, which sets play callers up effectively. The Bulldogs did call one of their first half timeouts back in the first quarter. Fairfield has all 3 of theirs remaining in the first half. 3 receivers on the left, 1 on the right. Spears now the running back. The toss to him, and he is nailed by Ethan Bisgard. Great blitz. Ethan knocked the ball loose. He recovered it. But I think they're going to blow the play dead. They're going to say no fumble, but Ethan shot out of a cannon, unblocked, nailed the running back, Brock Spears, for a nice loss on the play. I'd say it was a loss of about 7 or 8. It's going to be 3rd and 13. They're at the Fairfield 34-yard line. So a 3rd and long here for Quincy King and the Bulldog offense. Again, Brock Spears behind the quarterback, King. Likely passing here on 3rd and long. Looking to set up a swing pass. A wide receiver bubble screen. Gunn on the reception. Blake Burnett wrapped him up. It will be short of the first down, well short. 4th down coming up for Mediapolis. This will be a 4th and going to spot the ball at the Fairfield 25-yard line. It'll be 4th and 4. So they got about 10 yards on that play. So we'll see if the Trojan defense can get the big stop here on 4th and 4. Mediapolis has not been stopped yet tonight. Fairfield on their opening series had 2 first downs, but then had to punt the ball. Quincy King ready for the snap. Brock Spears the running back. King is rolling to his right. Pass is caught, and it's a good catch. Apparently got a foot down, and it will be in the red zone and a first down Mediapolis. So a big 4th down conversion by the Bulldogs. It'll be 1st and 10 on about the Fairfield 16-yard line. So unfortunately, Fairfield defense couldn't get the stop on that 4th down. 4th and 4 converted by the Bulldogs. About halfway through the second quarter on the Fairfield High School 2025 homecoming night. King hands off to Parker Holstein. He's into the secondary, spins inside the 5, heads into the end zone for a touchdown. So a 16-yard touchdown, second of the night from running back Holstein. No flags on the play. So that big 4th down conversion, and they make it pay off with another Holstein touchdown run. And Konishny will be on to attempt the PAT. This is a big one because it would put them up by 2 scores by 9 points. Snap a little low, but again, Konishny is good on the extra point. Bulldogs are up by 9, 21-12, and we'll be back with a Bulldog kickoff coming up in a minute on the Atomo Radio Group Sports Network.
Dr. Matt here. Looking for complete dental care for your entire family? At Fairfield Dental Clinic in Fairfield, that's exactly what we provide.
Dr. Pat here. We pride ourselves on delivering comprehensive care from routine cleanings to advanced procedures. At Fairfield Dental Clinic, we're committed to creating healthy smiles in a comfortable, caring environment.
We live here, we work here, and we're proud to care for generations of families from Fairfield and the surrounding area. Call today for an appointment. Fairfield Dental Clinic. Complete dental care for your entire family. Your neighbors, your dentists, your smile.
Shopping for a quality used car? Check out the inventory at Smithburg Automotive's lot at 1503 West Burlington Avenue in Fairfield. Need repairs? They've got you covered at the South 23rd Street location. Call 641-472-2454 or visit smithburgs.com. Need quality used parts? Head to Smitty's Auto Recycling on West Grimes in Fairfield. They've got fresh inventory arriving all the time. Selling parts or have a wrecked vehicle? They buy unwanted cars too. Call 472-4200 or stop by to see what's new in the yard.
And back here for a Mediapolis kickoff as they have taken the biggest lead of the night. 9 points, 21-12. Of course, yesterday was the one Fairfield High School home cross-country meet of the season, the Ron Hunnetoss Invitational. We'll talk a little bit about that at halftime. The kickoff by DeLang, taken by Ethan Bisgard, I believe, this time. And he gets in behind the blockers and gets a decent return out to about the, I want to say, 35-yard line. Continuing that progression, we had it on the 31, 32, 33, 34, and now the 35. That's quite ironic. .542 left in the first half. Offense set back out on the field with junior quarterback Voss Richardson, those 3 running backs behind him. Hands it off to Ethan. He gets a nice run. Smidgall and number 54 on the Bulldogs, Peyton Johnson, team up for the stop at a gain of 6, 2nd and 4 from the Fairfield 41-yard line. Brady Weigel checks in with the next play from the sideline. So 2nd and 6, or 4, 2nd and 4. Voss Richardson hands it off to Zandrick. And he gets it real close to a first down. I think it's going to be a spotted a yard short. It'll be actually about a half yard short. 3rd down and short coming up for the Trojans. Likely 4-down territory here, even though they're not across the 50. Fairfield has shown the propensity on 4th and short to go with the quarterback sneak. But right now it's 3rd and short, so we don't even have to think about that for the moment. As center Christian Rasmussen comes up, picks up the football, and ready to snap to quarterback Voss Richardson. Voss fakes a handoff. Pass in the flat is incomplete, intended for Brady Weigel. So 4th and less than a yard. Like I say, I would expect the tush push or the Trojan push on this 4th and short. Could go a long count. See if you can draw the other team offside. Then go with that quarterback sneak, but see what the coaches decide. Voss straight ahead, and there's that push, and it will get the first down easily. Across the Fairfield 45, first down, Trojans. Once they unpile everybody, it'll be at the 46-yard line. So hard to stop that play at any level, really. If you got offensive linemen that can get a good push. The Trojans have been doing that throughout the season. We'll talk about those linemen here in a little bit. Voss tossed to Ethan Bisgard, trying to get outside left. Still on his feet as he crosses the 50-yard line. That'll be a solid about 6-7 yard gain on first down. Mentioned earlier, I talked to Colin Smith, of course, the father of Nolan. Nolan last week, the defensive lineman, had the ball thrown right in his chest, got the interception and returned it, I think it was over 40 yards to the Centerville side of midfield around the 30, and it was inside the 20. And they called roughing the passer on the Trojans. After this play, I'll let you know why I'm talking about it. 2nd and 4, handoff straight ahead. There's Spencer McCready again. Goes all the way to the Bulldog 35, first down. There's a flag in the backfield. That might be roughing the passer because Voss Richardson was knocked, and the Mediapolis kid held his palms to the air like, what am I supposed to do? I thought he had the ball. I think it's going to be an additional 15 yards, but on roughing the passer, interesting that we have that situation come up. Personal foul on Mediapolis. So even if the quarterback doesn't have the ball, you can't just go up and drill him. Obviously, the way Fairfield carries out the fakes, that can lead to a player thinking he had the ball. And I'm sure the coaches over across the way are saying that, but it will go all the way down to the Bulldog 20-yard line on this. But Collins said they sent the film, Fairfield coaching staff or AD Jeff Courtwright sent the film of that roughing the passer call to the state. They said it should not have been roughing the passer, which it was called on Calvin McLean. I mentioned it to Calvin, and he said, I thought it was clean, and the state did too, but it doesn't change it. And of course, Centerville went on to score a touchdown after that call where Fairfield would have had the takeaway. Here's the handoff to Ethan Bisgard, and he'll push ahead for about 3 or 4 yards. The rest of that offensive line. Outside center Christian Rasmussen. We have an official's timeout right now. You got on the guard spots, Calvin McLean, Hank Konzel, forgive me if I ever call him Luke, Sebastian Fitwe, and the aforementioned Nolan Smith at the tackles. Tight ends, Aiden Mazzell will be on one side right now. On the other side is Blake Burnett. Aiden on the left, Blake on the right. The 3 running backs, Zandrick Allison, Brady Weigel on each side of Ethan Bisgard, Voss Richardson under center. Here's the handoff to Ethan, straight ahead, bounces outside. He's got running room, into the end zone, touchdown Trojans! 17-yard rushing touchdown for Ethan Bisgard. 2:32 left in the first half. $17-yard touchdown. Ethan Bisgard. He's got his 4th of the season. Half of those came, the only 2 Fairfield had in the opener against Benton Community. Let's see what they decide. Going to kick the PAT here with Zandrick Allison. That would get them within 2 points where a field goal could put you ahead. So that's a good decision on this. As long as Zandrick gets it up through the uprights. The kick is up, and it is wide right, darn it. So the extra points aren't working for the Trojans tonight, but they are back within 3. Just over 2.5 minutes left in the second quarter. We'll take a 30-second timeout before a Fairfield kickoff, and we'll come back with more Trojan homecoming football on the Atomo Radio Group YouTube channel.
Need electrical work done right? Livewire Electric is Southeast Iowa's premier electrical contractor, serving Jefferson County and nearby areas. From home wiring upgrades to all your electrical needs, call Rod at 641-472-4853. Livewire Electric, powering your home safely. Give your house a facelift. quality garage doors that make a difference. Call 641-209-9948 for your free estimate on a new garage door. Open and close your day with Straight Up Doors of Fairfield.
You're watching Fairfield Trojan football on the Atomo Radio Group Sports Network.
Xandrick Allison tees the ball up on the south side of Pearl Smith Field on the 40-yard line. Back deep to receive, Gunn. And number 28, Smidgall. Nathan Smidgall. Xandrick puts the foot to it, a kind of a low line drive this time. Gunn will pick it up from about the 15-yard line, trying to cut across the formation, and he gets back to the right, and he's got a lot of running room. Xandrick Allison will try to make the tackle. He runs around Xandrick and finally is pushed out of bounds by, looks like Brady Weigel or Spencer McCready. I think it was Brady who pushed him out, but big kickoff return by Mediapolis puts them in outstanding field position to start this series. They'll be at the Fairfield 27-yard line. That's what you call plus territory, double plus. Got to go just over a quarter of the field to try to get the lead back up to 2 scores, and a couple of minutes left in the half. Fairfield again has all 3 of their timeouts. Bulldogs with 2 of theirs remaining. Quincy King, the quarterback. Parker Holstein, the running back. Holstein's right at the 35-yard line. Quarterback's about 4 yards behind the line of scrimmage at the 32. He tosses to Holstein. Parker Holstein has blockers out front, lowers his head, gets a solid gain on the play. So Spencer McCready, Christian Rasmussen, Boss Richardson there on the end of the play for the Trojan defense, but a gain of 9, 2nd and 1. Again, Fairfield looking for their first takeaway of the season. Love to get it here. I'll talk about that Fairfield High School Ron Hunterdos Invitational cross-country meet from the Trojan perspective at halftime. Also mentioned, given the names of the Fairfield High School senior band members. Quincy King, the quarterback for the Bulldogs. 2 receivers left, 1 right, handoff to Holstein. He'll have the first down. Leave Aiden Mazzell on the tackle. Sebastian Fitwe also helped out, but the Bulldogs get a first down in the red zone at the Fairfield 16-yard line. They'll probably try to use this last minute and change and get a score late in this first half to take a 2-score lead into the break. 1st and 10 right now. Quincy King looking to toss the pass to the right. Smidgall, the receiver, caught it behind the line of scrimmage. He does turn it into a gain. Jackson Hollander tripped him up. It will gain about 4, 2nd and 6. Ball is at the Fairfield 11-yard line. More like a 5-yard gain, we'll call it, 2nd and 5. Quincy King. Again, Mediapolis strictly shotgun formation, no quarterback going under center. Parker Holstein, the running back, he gets the handoff. He was in the backfield by Axel Starr. Squirmed away from that, but a short gain on the play. Christian Rasmussen at the bottom of the pile. Timeout. Called by Mediapolis. We'll use it. Be back in a minute with the Bulldogs having a 3rd and 3 play on the Atomo Radio Group YouTube channel.
For those shaping the future of Fairfield, Southern Iowa Ready Mix is your trusted partners. With every pour, they're committed to quality, durability, and the satisfaction of watching your vision take form. From the smallest patio to the largest development, they deliver more than materials, they deliver possibilities. Visit SouthernIowaRM.com and lay the groundwork for structures that stand the test of time. Because at Southern Iowa Ready Mix of Fairfield, they believe in building a legacy one mix at a time.
Sometimes accidents happen, and when they do, trust Finney Auto Body, Southeast Iowa's collision center specialists for over 40 years. We fix your vehicle the right way. We handle everything from minor fender benders to major repairs. Quality workmanship you can trust because we stand behind our work with a lifetime warranty. Don't let unexpected damage from an accident ruin your travel plans. Get right back on the road like it never happened at Finney Auto Body in Fairfield. Expert collision repair when you need it most. Visit us at FinneyAutoBody.com. And here at Finney Auto Body, we support the Fairfield Trojans.
So a big third down play coming up. The Bulldogs 3rd and 3 on the Fairfield 9-yard line. Oh, the Trojan defense could use a takeaway right here. How about a scoop and score, a pick 6. Got a feeling we'll see Parker Holstein running the ball. And that is what happens, and he's got the first down, battling to about the 2-yard line. He was tripped up by Sebastian Fitwe. Also helping make contact on that play up on the defensive front was 58 Benji Hunter. So 1st and goal. Holstein straight ahead. He's got the Bulldog touchdown. So 1-yard touchdown run by Holstein with 9 seconds left in the half. Ideal scenario for Mediapolis to get that 3rd touchdown from Holstein. And with very little time for Fairfield to counter unless they'd run the kickoff all the way back, which got Xandrick Allison, Ethan Bisgard capable of that. Konishny on to try his 4th extra point of the first half. And 3 of those touchdowns by Parker Holstein. The snap was low. The kick is good. So Mediapolis will kick it off when we come back in a minute with the Trojan football homecoming game on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
This is Jeremy with Cranston Family Funeral Home. I want to take a moment and say thank you, not for choosing our funeral home, although we're deeply honored when you do, but for showing up for your neighbors, for supporting small businesses, for standing in line at visitations and hugging people you maybe haven't seen in years. That is what makes our communities feel like home. At Cranston Family Funeral Home, we don't believe in flashy promises. We believe in showing up quietly, respectfully, and doing the work that matters when it matters most. So from our family to yours, thank you. We see you, we are grateful for you, and we'll be here when you need us.
Planning for 2026? Smart farmers know the best yields start with the right choices. At Beck's Hybrids, where farmers are art, helping farmers succeed is what makes up the fabric of our culture. Call Brandon Tegler, your Beck's seed dealer serving Southeast Iowa. Get your 2026 seed orders in early and secure the varieties that perform best on your land. 641-919-7526. That's 641-919-7526. Beck's Hybrids, growing successful together.
Brayton DeLang has the ball teed up. I've been mentioning I'm going to be shocked if they kick it deep here. And he does pooch it over to about the 35-yard line. Spencer McCready on the return. There will be 6 seconds left in the half, enough time for a play, maybe 2. Of course, the half could not end on a defensive penalty if there would be a call as the clock ran out. Fairfield would get an additional offensive play. They actually said he was down back at the 25-yard line, so not quite as good as I thought it would be. 6 seconds on the clock. Trojans might just take a knee to run it out. I'd hand it off to one of the backs and see if he busts it up the middle like Spencer McCready did earlier. Boss will go from the shotgun. Has Xandrick Allison in the backfield with him. They blow the play dead. Timeout Mediapolis, their final timeout. So we'll use a 30-second timeout here before the likely final play of the first half on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Pick a card, any card. Right now, at Community First Credit Union, save big when you lock in a low intro rate on select credit cards. Choose between our Flex Rewards, Signature Rewards, or Smart Rate cards, and enjoy a low rate for 12 months on purchases and balance transfers. Plus, each card offers perks like no annual fee and easy-to-use digital banking. Get details and apply at c1stcu.com or at any C First location. Subject to credit approval, federally insured by the NCUA.
You're watching Fairfield Trojan football on the Atomo Radio Group Sports Network.
All right, we're back here for the likely final play of the first half, 6 seconds on the clock. Trojans do have all three of their timeouts if they could have a quick play and get a timeout. I got a feeling we're going to see some type of a pass trying to go deep down the field here. Blake Burnett will be wide left, Ethan Bisgard slot left. To the right is Axel Starr. Xander Gallison beside Voss. Voss rolling to his left. And he's going to fire it to Ethan Bisgard, and that will end the first half. So completed pass, Voss Richardson to Ethan Bisgard will end the half with the Bulldogs having a 10-point lead. Mediapolis 28, Fairfield 18. And we'll take a 3-minute timeout before we get into the halftime show, brought to you by the Biener Funeral Home, including our Leo's Pizza and Grill first half recap, and also some other talk about Fairfield High School activities during the fall sports season. So back in 3 minutes on the Atomo Radio Group YouTube channel.
Dr. Matt here. Looking for complete dental care for your entire family? At Fairfield Dental Clinic in Fairfield, that's exactly what we provide.
Dr. Pat here. We pride ourselves on delivering comprehensive care from routine cleanings to advanced procedures. At Fairfield Dental Clinic, we're committed to creating healthy smiles in a comfortable, caring environment.
We live here, we work here, and we're proud to care for generations of families from Fairfield and the surrounding area. Call today for an appointment. Fairfield Dental Clinic. Complete dental care for your entire family, your neighbors, your dentists, your smile.
Shopping for a quality used car? Check out the inventory at Smithburg Automotive Lot at 1503 West Burlington Avenue in Fairfield. Need repairs? They've got you covered at the South 23rd Street location. Call 641-472-2454 or visit smithburgs.com. Need quality used parts? Head to Smitty's Auto Recycling on West Grimes in Fairfield. They've got fresh inventory arriving all the time. Selling parts or have a wrecked vehicle? They buy unwanted cars too. Call 472-4200 or stop by to see what's new in the yard. For those shaping the future of Fairfield, Southern Iowa Ready Mix is your trusted partners. With every pour, they're committed to quality, durability, and the satisfaction of watching your vision take form. From the smallest patio to the largest development, they deliver more than materials, they deliver possibilities. Visit SouthernIowaRM.com and lay the groundwork for structures that stand the test of time. Because at Southern Iowa Ready Mix of Fairfield, they believe in building a legacy one mix at a time.
Call. I got a pair of clogged toilets.
2 pair, dripping faucets, and leaking pipes.
Full house, boys. Flooded basement, ruined water heater, and a wild card, broken sump pump.
Gentlemen, whatever your plumbing issue may be, call Roto-Rooter on Gateway Drive in Ottumwa. The drain cleaning and plumbing experts, residential and commercial, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Oh, and one more thing. A royal flush always beats a full house.
That's a bunch of crap.
Need electrical work done right? Livewire Electric is Southeast Iowa's premier electrical contractor, serving Jefferson County and nearby areas. From home wiring upgrades to all your electrical needs, call Rod at 641-472-4853. Livewire Electric, powering your home safely. Give your house a facelift. Quality garage doors that make a difference. Call 641-209-9948 for your free estimate on a new garage door. Open and close your day with Straight Up Doors of Fairfield.
At Family First Chiropractic, it is our goal to get you and your family as healthy as possible and keep you healthy for the rest of your life. We deliver an elevated level of care for the entire family. We approach healthcare from a holistic view, incorporating multiple chiropractic techniques and physical therapy to ensure that our patients achieve the best results as fast as possible. We believe you deserve the best. A little preventative care now will eliminate pain management in later years. We want our kids to grow and live an active, healthy lifestyle. Get your family checked at Family First Chiropractic.
You're watching Fairfield Trojan football on the Atomo Radio Group Sports Network.
All right, back here at our Beaner Funeral Home halftime show. The first half recap brought to you by Leo's Pizza and Grill on Burlington, just west of the corner of 6th and Burlington. So thanks to Leo's for helping bring you the recap. Fairfield got the opening possession, had a couple of first downs, but had to punt. Then Mediapolis got an outstanding return, took it all the way to the Fairfield 46 with 8:23 on the clock. And about 2 minutes later, 6:27, they were in the end zone on a 5-yard run by Parker Holstein. Grant Konishny kicked the PAT, made it 7-0 Bulldogs. Fairfield got it their own 32. 6:23 on the clock, had a big 53-yard run by Ethan Bisgard, making it first down at the Mediapolis 15-yard line, and they would score with 5:09 on the clock, so just over a minute. A 10-yard pass from Voss Richardson to Zandrick Allison. Zandrick's PAT ended up being short or wide, but it was no good. 7-6 Bulldogs. Mediapolis got the ball on their own 21-yard line at 4:56 in the first quarter, and they would score on the opening play of the second quarter. 11:53 on the clock, a 20-yard touchdown run by Brock Spears, the other running back besides Holstein. Konishny again kicked the PAT, leaving the Bulldogs up by 8, 14-6. Fairfield got it their own 33, 11:45 on the clock. Had a 51-yard touchdown run by Spencer McCready. It was just over a minute into that drive, so 1:02 off the clock. Spencer with that TD, a 2-point pass was incomplete, 14-12 Mediapolis. The Bulldogs had their own 34 with 10:33 on the clock, had a key 4th and 4 conversion to the 16-yard line, and would score on the next play with 5:49 left in the second quarter. 16-yard run by Holstein. Konishny's PAT made it 21-12. Fairfield got it their own 35, which ironically they had it on their own 31, 32, 33, 34, the previous 4 possessions, so keeping that sequence going. 5:42 on the clock, and with 2:32 remaining in the half, a 17-yard touchdown run by Ethan Bisgard. PAT was wide, leaving the Bulldogs up by 3, 21-18. Then Mediapolis got it at the Fairfield 27 on a great kickoff return. Special teams, they had some really good returns, helping set them up deep in Fairfield territory, or at least in the plus territory. This time was deep, and with 9 seconds left in the half, so they used 2 minutes, 10 seconds, scored on a 1-yard run by Holstein. Konishny's PAT made it what the score is here at halftime, 28-18. So that's the first half recap, again brought to you by Leo's Pizza and Grill. Now the Fairfield High School Trojan Marching Band out there on the field right now entertaining the crowd. The 2 senior drum majors are Tristan Garrettson and Daisy Trent. Of course, Tristan was a member of the homecoming court this year on the color guard. The senior is Savannah Roll. On the drum line, you got seniors Teague Hannes and Kat Fippen. Twirling, I got Alexis McGrath. As far as the clarinet players, 1 senior up on those, Pearl Winheim. Among the front ensemble, you got seniors Joshua Carlson, who's also on the homecoming court, Stormy Lint, and Mira Malloy. No flute. Oh, yep, there is 1 senior flute player. That's Kayla Karangi, K-A-R-A-N-G-I. Kayla, a senior flute player. Trumpet players got a couple of seniors, Asia Dorothy and Dakira Malat. And then 1 senior trombone player. AJ'd be proud of that. Ledger Dodson, the senior trombonist for the Fairfield High School Marching Band. Again, big thanks to them and to the director, Tyler Nunziato. And we had several Fairfield High School alum join the Trojan Marching Band for a number here tonight. I don't have their names available, but I know my producer, director, and cameraman, AJ Rowe, would have loved to be down there. Mallory Mann, the Fairfield High School principal, said, "Are you going to be able to join?" And I have to work here at halftime. He has to keep me on the air while I do the halftime show. But big thanks to AJ for sacrificing the opportunity to be on the Fairfield High School Alumni Band here at Homecoming 2025. All right, we'll go ahead and take a 2-minute timeout, come back with Fairfield High School cross-country results from their only home meet, the Ron Hunter-Doss Invitational yesterday at Waterworks Park. Back in 2 minutes with more of the halftime show brought to you by Beaner Funeral and Crematory on the Atomo Radio Group Sports Network.
If you're tired of dropped calls and slow internet, we're here to help. Lisco's the future of fast, reliable communication. Never miss a beat with streaming, gaming, or video calls, whether you're working, playing, or just staying connected. Lisco brings you lightning fast speeds, crystal clear calls, and unbeatable reliability. Switch today and experience the difference. Call me, Samantha, your Lisco sales rep at 641-209-5400. That's 209-5400, or visit us at lisco.com.
Shopping for a quality used car? Check out the inventory at Smithburg Automotive's lot at 1503 West Burlington Avenue in Fairfield. Need repairs? They've got you covered at the South 23rd Street location. Call 641-472-2454 or visit smithburgs.com. Need quality used parts? Head to Smitty's Auto Recycling on West Grimes in Fairfield. They've got fresh inventory arriving all the time. Selling parts or have a wrecked vehicle? They buy unwanted cars too. Call 472-4200 or stop by to see what's new in the yard.
Pick a card, any card. Right now, at Community First Credit Union, save big when you lock in a low intro rate on select credit cards. Choose between our Flex Rewards, Signature Rewards, or Smart Rate cards, and enjoy a low rate for 12 months on purchases and balance transfers. Plus, each card offers perks like no annual fee and easy-to-use digital banking. Get details and apply at c1stcu.com or at NEC First location. Subject to credit approval, federally insured by the NCUA.
For those shaping the future of Fairfield, Southern Iowa Ready Mix is your trusted partners. With every pour, they're committed to quality, durability, and the satisfaction of watching your vision take form. From the smallest patio to the largest development, they deliver more than materials, they deliver possibilities. Visit southerniowarm.com and lay the groundwork for structures that stand the test of time. Because at Southern Iowa Ready Mix of Fairfield, they believe in building a legacy one mix at a time. You're watching Fairfield Trojan football on the Atomo Radio Group Sports Network.
Back here at halftime, brought to you by Wiener Funeral Home and Crematory. I was just asking Mrs. Bowman, Heidi, of course, elementary teacher, if she felt old with my grandson being 22 and helping me out on the broadcast. Yeah, you see those former students and you think, that was that long ago? But Heidi, you're holding at 30. She does a great job with the Fairfield High School cheerleaders and I think the dance and drill team. All right, let's go through the results of the Class 3A and 4A, which would include the host Trojans yesterday at the Fairfield Invitational, the Ron Hunterdos cross-country meet. This is on the boys' side for Madison, the winning team with 30. Washington second, 59. Burlington 100. Oskaloosa 106. Fairfield fifth, 146. 8 better than Mount Pleasant. And following were Atomo 170 and Keokuk 172. So that was the boys' team results. Let's find the 3A and 4A girls. Go back a page here. High school girls. And we'll go Class 3A, 4A. And apply that. And on the girls' side, for Madison also winning that with 33, so 3 more than the boys. Of course, lower score is better in cross country. Washington second with 63, Oskaloosa 92, Keokuk 101, Atomo 111, and Mount Pleasant 114. Does not have Fairfield listed, so let me make sure we weren't in a different class in that. Go back to Class 1A and 2A. No, Fairfield must not have had enough for the team score yesterday. So we'll look at the individual results here. And I think we'll start with the girls. Let me back it up. Got to go back a couple of pages here to get to the individual results. All right, let's see, I got a different website for the individual. We'll start with high school girls. And we'll go Class 3A, 4A. May not have it divided by the class here. High school girls. And I'm not seeing a separation between 3A and 4A. And they don't have the school listed for each individual runner, so that's making it very difficult. I'll have to just kind of go through here. Alex Joe Stewart was 25th to lead Fairfield. A former Fairfield student now down at Van Buren County, Adeline Snowgren, was 26. So this was overall all classes on the girls' side of things. And it looks like the next Fairfield runner across was Bailey Belzer, 47th. Unless I missed somebody along the way there. Like I said, they don't have the, I wonder if they break it down by team here. Let's see here. Let me try to just check Fairfield. Yeah, Alex Joe Stewart was 25th. Naomi Steemsma, 28th. Anna McAvan, 56th. And Bailey Belzer, 66th. So that was the only 4 Fairfield girls running yesterday at the Ron Hunterdoss cross-country meet. So let's go to the boys' individual results here. And we'll, again, just go advanced and go Fairfield. And apply that. And the Trojans had John Miller 31st, Bryce Boatwright 34th, Clay Cass 48th, Jordan Miller 54th, and Drew Myers 65th. Also had Aiden Holtis 73rd, Sam Nelson 75th, Aaron Welnitz 86th, and Sawyer McCready, little brother of Spencer and Isabel, a couple of seniors on the homecoming court, he was 88th. So those were the Fairfield boys' top performers yesterday in the Ron Hunterdoss Invitational. So that's the way the Trojan cross-country results went from yesterday as far as the meets coming up for them. Next Thursday, the 18th, heading to Fort Madison. The following Tuesday, 23rd, go to Mount Pleasant. And then on the 30th, that'd be 2 weeks from Tuesday, head up to Washington. The conference meet will be at Mount Pleasant October 16th. State qualifier, site yet to be announced, will be on October 22nd. Of course, Jared Belzer, Troy Seeley, the assistant for head coach Jared. And Jared had a member of the homecoming court, his daughter Bailey Belzer, on the homecoming court this year. We'll go through some scores from out-of-town games when we come back with more halftime show brought to you by Beaner Funeral Home and Crematory. You're listening and watching Trojan Homecoming Football on the Atomo Radio Group Sports Network.
There's nothing quite like Friday Night Lights to bring a community together. This is Scott with Beaner Funeral Home in Fairfield, and we believe in the strength of a community. My wife Rachel and I grew up in Van Buren County and are proud to serve this community we call home. From monument sales, pre-planning, and creating unique celebrations of life, we invite you to experience the Beaner difference where we put families and community first. Beaner Funeral Home, serving Van Buren County and all of Southeast Iowa, and proud supporter of Van Buren County sports.
Planning for 2026, smart farmers know the best yields start with the right choices. At Beck's Hybrids, where farmers are art, helping farmers succeed is what makes up the fabric of our culture. Call Brandon Tegler, your Beck's seed dealer serving Southeast Iowa. Get your 2026 seed orders in early and secure the varieties that perform best on your land. 641-919-7526. That's 641-919-7526. Beck's Hybrids, growing successful together.
Dr. Matt here. Looking for complete dental care for your entire family? At Fairfield Dental Clinic in Fairfield, that's exactly what we provide.
Dr. Pat here. We pride ourselves on delivering comprehensive care from routine cleanings to advanced procedures. At Fairfield Dental Clinic, we're committed to creating healthy smiles in a comfortable, caring environment.
We live here, we work here, and we're proud to care for generations of families from Fairfield and the surrounding area. Call today for an appointment. Fairfield Dental Clinic. Complete dental care for your entire family. Your neighbors, your dentists, your smile.
Need electrical work done right? Livewire Electric is Southeast Iowa's premier electrical contractor, serving Jefferson County and nearby areas. From home wiring upgrades to all your electrical needs, call Rod at 641-472-4853. Livewire Electric, powering your home safely. Give your house a facelift. Quality garage doors that make a difference. Call 641-209-9948 for your free estimate on a new garage door. Open and close your day with Straight Up Doors of Fairfield.
You're watching Fairfield Trojan football on the Atomo Radio Group Sports Network.
Great job by the Fairfield High School cheerleaders doing their dance routine here at halftime of the homecoming football game. So what was I doing? Oh, scores here from around the other out-of-town games. Halftime, Mount Pleasant rolling over Oskaloosa 27-6. No report on Washington hosting Burlington or centrally at Fort Madison. Second quarter, Keokuk with the lead on West Burlington Notre Dame 14-7. That game down at the Chiefs Calvert Stadium in Keokuk. Halftime big showdown, or second quarter. Number 4 Solon leading number 1 Mount Vernon 21-7. Of course, Spartans coming off that big win over Williamsburg last week. No report on 11th ranked Benton at Benton Shellsburg or Sheraton at Centerville. That's a couple of Class 2A rated teams. Sheraton 16, Centerville coming off that win here in Fairfield, number 13. Fairfield's next opponent, Knoxville, playing at Alvia tonight. 0-2 Panthers, 1-1 Blue Demons. No score on that. Third quarter, Van Buren County 20, Cardinals 6 in the battle of area teams looking for that first win. So that was again in third quarter. And third quarter, Pekin 52, Wapello 7. Both those teams were 2-0. Who's this stranger? 52-7. Pekin Panthers rolling in their game at number 12 in Class 1A, I believe, for Pekin, right? 1A? Might be 8. Anyway, stranger in the house, stranger in the booth, Trey Van Tassel coming back. Of course, he was last year's producer-director, and we said, get rid of the guy. We're going to replace him with A.J. Rowe. He has other things on his platter that made him unavailable for the full season, so we said, we'll just break A.J. in and let Trey be with the family. All right, we'll come back with, let's see, got 2 minutes until we see Fairfield kicking off to start third quarter. Going to need a defensive stop here as the Trojans are down 10 here on homecoming night. 28-18 our halftime score. Halftime show brought to you by Wiener Funeral Home and Crematory. Back in a minute on the Atomo Radio Group YouTube channel.
Shopping for a quality used car? Check out the inventory at Smithburg Automotive's lot at 1503 West Burlington Avenue in Fairfield. Need repairs? They've got you covered at the South 23rd Street location. Call 641-472-2454 or visit smithburgs.com. Need quality used parts? Head to Smitty's Auto Recycling on West Grimes in Fairfield. They've got fresh inventory arriving all the time. Selling parts or have a wrecked vehicle? They buy unwanted cars too. Call 472-4200 or stop by to see what's new in the yard.
Pick a card, any card. Right now, at Community First Credit Union, save big when you lock in a low intro rate on select credit cards. Choose between our Flex Rewards, Signature Rewards, or Smart Rate cards, and enjoy a low rate for 12 months on purchases and balance transfers. Plus, each card offers perks like no annual fee and easy-to-use digital banking. Get details and apply at c1stcu.com or at any C First location. Subject to credit approval, federally insured by the NCUA.
You're watching Fairfield Trojan football on the Atomo Radio Group Sports Network.
Back here as we get set for the second half kickoff. Zandrick Allison will tee it up. Need that first Fairfield takeaway. How about a fumble on this kickoff by Mediapolis? They've had some really outstanding returns. A couple in the kickoffs, and I know for sure one in the punt situation where they got the ball across the midfield stripe one time at the Fairfield 27. So when you only have to go just over a quarter of the field, it obviously helps the offense. Zandrick going to kick this one deep. It will be a gun on the return. No, Smidgall. Smidgall goes to his right. And we're going to do a better job this time. Tucker Robertson will get him to the turf across the 30-yard line where Mediapolis will start the first possession of the third quarter. Get all my papers straightened out here. Just 8 seconds ran off the clock there. So Mediapolis in that shotgun formation with Quincy King, the quarterback. They'll have it on their own 34-yard line to start this possession. I believe it'll be Parker Holstein, the starting running back. Lined up, step behind King and to his right. Hands it off to Holstein. Got a big hole off the left side and solid gain. Aiden Mazzell, Ethan Bisgard in on the tackle, but again, I'd say they're probably averaging 7-8 yards on first down. This is a 9-yard, almost got a first down on that carry. It's a second and inches for the Bulldogs. They go 3 receivers right, 1 to the left, but that's just window dressing in this football game. It's been mostly King giving the ball off to his running back, Parker Holstein. Holstein again, he's tripped up. Didn't see, it might have been Christian Rasmussen who tripped him, but it is a Bulldog first down at their own 47.5, 48-yard line. Game moving fast because of all the running plays in this battle between the Bulldogs and the Trojans. Mediapolis with a 10-point lead. Holstein now will be to the left of quarterback Quincy King. King in the shotgun, about 5 yards behind the center. Hands it off to Holstein. And he's stopped for a very short gain that time. Spencer McCready out in front of the play. Gain of about second. Ethan Bisgard also helped on that stop. We'll cut 2nd and 8 for Mediapolis. Need either a 3 and out on this series or a takeaway. First turnover the Trojans can get this season would really help right now. No takeaways the first 2 weeks. King ready for the snap. Hands to Holstein. They got him again. This time, I think Spencer McCready. Nope, Zandrick Allison came in from behind. Axel Starr, Christian Rasmussen helped finish it off. To be 3rd and about 5 for Mediapolis. A big play here. Bulldogs on the Trojan 47-yard line, so they're in plus territory. If you get no gain here, it'll be an interesting decision. Any positive yardage, you'd figure it's likely a 4-down situation. Quincy King, junior quarterback for Mediapolis. Gets the snap, tosses to Spears. Brock Spears, I think he's going to be short of the first down. Driven out of bounds on the play. A lot of Trojan defenders. I see Jackson Hollander and Christian Rasmussen, Blake Burnett, Spencer McCready, and it will be about 2 yards short, 4th and 2. So here we go. We'll call it actually 3. So at the Fairfield 45-yard line, defense needs a stop here. Mediapolis has not had to punt or turn it over on downs. King again in that shotgun. Gets the snap, hands to Holstein. I don't think he got it. Tripped up by Christian Rasmussen. It'll turn it over on downs. So there we go. Fairfield needed the stop, and the defense comes up with it. So Mediapolis, first time tonight, stopped without scoring a touchdown. Fairfield will have it 1st and 10 on their own 43-yard line. So defense needed to make a stop, and they come through. Now the offense needs to keep up their efficiency and take it down the field. Center Christian Rasmussen up to the ball. Beside him are guards Hank Konzel and Calvin McLean. Outside Nolan Smith and Sebastian Fitwee, the tackles. Here's the handoff to Ethan Bisgard. He goes straight ahead for about 3 or 4 yards. Of course, tight ends, as Coach Matt Jones mentioned earlier tonight in the pregame interview, they're a key part of that offensive line. You got Axel Starr, Blake Burnett, Aiden Mazzell. I haven't seen Chase Countryman much tonight. Mostly been those other 3, Axel, Blake, and Aiden. 2nd and 6 for the Trojans. Voss ready for the snap. Hands it off to Zandrick Allison. Zandrick gets it outside across the 50. Plows ahead for I believe, a Trojan first down where they're spotting it over here on the east sideline. Blake Burnett says, I'll help you out. That's a first down, standing right behind the official in front of him on the side of this near side of the field. And it is first down, Trojans. The mission accomplished, getting the stop on defense, and now getting a first down into plus territory across midfield. I mentioned the team's running the ball a lot, so keeping the clock going quite a bit of this football game. Senior center, 2-year starter at center, Christian Rasmussen picks up the ball, ready to snap it to Voss Richardson. He does, and here's the handoff to Ethan Bisgard. Ethan gets solid gain. Going to be close to a 6-yard carry by Ethan. He got his 4th touchdown of the season here tonight, 2 in the opener against Benton, the only Fairfield scores against the Bobcats, and then one of the 6 different Trojans that scored a touchdown last week. Gain of 5, we'll call it. Second, and they actually go with 6 on the scoreboard, so it's second and a long 4 the way I spotted on the down marker in relation to the spot they need. They fake the handoff. Voss Richardson on the quarterback keeper. He's going to be tackled from behind for a no gain on the play. Nice job by number 54 running down Voss Richardson. That was Peyton Johnson, senior defensive lineman, defensive end they list him. So it'll be 3rd and 4 facing the Trojans on the Bulldog 41. This is obviously 4-down territory if you don't get it on this play. So let's go offense. Voss ready for the snap again. Under center. Hands it to, fakes it out. We gave it to Spencer McCready. He's going to have the first down. That play worked earlier where he shot up the middle untouched for a 53-yard touchdown run. It's going to convert this time as 51-yard touchdown run. His ball was at the Fairfield 49. But right now it's first down on the Bulldogs' 33-yard line as we're approaching halfway through the 3rd quarter. Fairfield trailing by 10. Need to get a score here to get back within 1 possession. Voss fakes the handoff. Rolling out to the right, he'll be tackled by that outstanding running back for the Bulldogs, Parker Holstein. Another one of the many players for both these teams that goes both ways. Maybe we'll lose a yard or 2 on the play. Yeah, back to the 34 to be 2nd and 11. They're so good with carrying out those fakes. Voss sometimes will tuck it on his hip, but often, unless you have binoculars, and even if you do, you miss who he hands it off to. This one to Ethan Bisgard. He's going to get it just about 2 or 3 yards on the carry. So set up a 3rd and long here. Only give him a yard basically, so 3rd and 10. So Trojans need a good 3rd down call here. Blake Burnett, Hayden Mazzell will be the tight ends. Outside the tackles, Fairfield again, opposite most high school teams, goes double tights, no wide receivers, 3 running backs behind quarterback Voss Richardson. 3rd and 10. Voss dropping back to throw. Pass is complete to Ethan Bisgard. I think it's going to be just short of the first down. It'll set up 4th and around 2 yards to go. So it's going to be a 4th and short 2. Actually, we'll call it 4th and 1. So a big play coming up for the Trojan offense. Expect the quarterback sneak here, the old Trojan push. The Eagles would call it the tush push. But quarterback sneak where those 3 running backs will just come in behind Voss and try to push him for the first down. Nope, they're going to go to Zandrick Allison. He'll get the first down, cuts it in the middle, and turns it into a solid gain. The stack is still, the pile is moving forward as Zandrick stayed upright and kept his legs churning. So a big 4th down conversion by the Trojans. Mediapolis had a 4th down conversion on one of their touchdown drives in the first half. We're under 5.5 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. Trojans trailing 28-18. Again, got the stop on the Mediapolis first possession of this second half. And now trying to take it all the way into that south end zone. Voss gets the snap. Fakes the handoff, looking to throw. Pass is caught. Nice throw and catch out there. Ethan Bisgard on the reception. There is a flag. That's in the holding area. The referee will tell us what the play is. Right now, though, Ethan is not getting up. Ineligible receiver downfield, so that will take away the play, but more importantly, we want Ethan Bisgard to be okay. He's on the right on the out of bounds line. So it'll be 1st and 15. Why don't we? Well, I think they're ready to get him up right now. So we'll keep it here. Yeah, Ethan, I think maybe just had the wind knocked out of him as he stands up and is walking just fine. That's great to see. Everybody, his family, and Trojan fans breathe a sigh of relief. You don't want any player to go down. And obviously, Voss Richardson, Ethan Bisgard, Zandrick Allison. There's so many guys you can mention that you don't want to see any of them get hurt. So we have an official's timeout. Again, they walked off the 5 yards on Fairfield. Not sure why we're getting an extended break here. Guess we should have taken the timeout, but that's all right. So it'll be 1st and 15 on the Bulldog 19. So ball still in the Mediapolis red zone for the Trojans. Voss came in 7 of 12 passing on the season. Just over 100 yards, 117. They are very efficient when they choose to throw. The running backs behind Voss Richardson, on the left Zandrick Allison, on the right Brady Weigel, in between Ethan Bisgard. So good to see him back out there on offense. I think the referee might be saying you're going to have to sit out a play, young man. Put Spencer McCready into that middle running back. Ethan says, don't try to keep me out of this football game. I want to play every down. I'm just fine. But I think after you've been shaken up and they have to stop play, it's a mandatory sit out and play. So 1st and 15 for the Trojans. Nolan Smith, right tackle, left tackle, Sebastian Fitwe. Guards, Calvin McLean on the right, Hank Conzel on the left. Here's Voss handing it off to Spencer right up the middle. He's inside the 5. Touchdown, Trojans. 19-yard touchdown run. Just like I said earlier, when Spencer McCready went 51 yards. Oh, there's a flag in the backfield. So hold up for a moment here. They say you can call holding on every play in high school football. This would be a big one if that's the call. The referee will give us the call here. Unsportsmanlike on Mediapolis, so the touchdown counts. 4:54 on the clock. And it is a Spencer McCready 19-yard touchdown run. So I would say, yeah, you're going to take half the distance to the goal and try to push it in from the 1 yard line, 1.5, to get that 2-point conversion. Here's Chase Countryman coming in. First time I've seen him report on that left tight end position. Fairfield student section chanting, "You can't do that." All right, let's see the Trojan push here. They're going to hand it to Ethan Bisgard. He's going to get the 2. So Ethan Bisgard runs in the 2-point conversion. Fairfield is back within 2, 26-28. We got a ball game, folks. Back in a minute with a Trojan kickoff on the Ottumwa Radio Group YouTube channel.
For those shaping the future of Fairfield, Southern Iowa Ready Mix is your trusted partners. With every pour, they're committed to quality, durability, and the satisfaction of watching your vision take form. From the smallest patio to the largest development, they deliver more than materials, they deliver possibilities. Visit southerniowarm.com and lay the groundwork for structures that stand the test of time. Because at Southern Iowa Ready Mix of Fairfield, they believe in building a legacy one mix at a time.
We care. At Jefferson County Health Center, it's the little things that make a big difference. We believe every patient deserves to feel safe and comforted, no matter what brings them here. We strive to turn fear into comfort. We are committed to ensuring every patient feels informed, supported, and truly cared for.
Jefferson County Health Center, care you can count on. It's what we do.
You're watching Fairfield Trojan football on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
All right, back for a Trojan kickoff as Fairfield is down by 2, trying to make it a happy homecoming here. They get that stop on the initial Mediapolis possession of the third quarter. Had a key fourth down conversion and keep the drive alive. So that kept the drive going where they eventually score on the second touchdown run by Spencer McCready. Zandrick Allison, ball blew off the tee. It's not because of the wind. It must have been just set wrong on the tee. As I guarantee it's not a gust that took the ball off the tee. Zandrick uses his foot to kind of get better setting for the tee. Back deep to receive, Smidgall and gun for Mediapolis. Zandrick puts the foot to it, and it will be Smidgall from about the 6. Cuts to his right now, back to the middle. Oh, he got loose. Out close to the Mediapolis 40-yard line. It might have been Benji on the tackle, Benji Hunter. But boy, Mediapolis had a number of good returns here. 4:47 on the clock. Bulldogs from their own 39-yard line. So let's go defense. Got the stop. The other Bulldog possession here in the third quarter. Fairfield took over on downs, their own 43, and took it 57 yards in just under 5 minutes. Quincy King, the quarterback. Running back, Parker Holstein, Sebastian Fitwee, and Zandrick Allison team up for the stop. Gain of a couple, 2nd and 8. Need a Trojan takeaway, begging for that first one this season. Scoop and score, pick 6. Or just fall on a fumble and get the ball for the very efficient Trojan offense. Quincy King in the shotgun for Mediapolis. Every snap tonight has been that way. He passes out in the right flat, and Spencer McCready makes a one-on-one tackle of the Bulldog wide receiver number 10, Finn McClure. It will set up a 3rd and 5 for Mediapolis from their own 44-yard line. The Bulldogs have not punted yet tonight. Fairfield punted once, the opening possession of the night. Other than that, each team has scored a touchdown except for Mediapolis' opening possession of the third quarter. Similar to last week, the shootout with Centerville. King ready for a big 3rd and 5 play. Sends a man in motion. And gets the snap, hands to Parker Holstein. He's got the first down. Spencer McCready tripped him up. Finishing off Spencer McCready, but first down Bulldogs. They cross midfield at the Fairfield 48-yard line. So couldn't get the stop on 3rd down that series. And the Bulldogs keep the ball going toward the north. Just about 3 minutes left in this third quarter. In a 2-point game, Mediapolis leading 28-26. 2 receivers each side of the formation. Now Brock Spears, the second running back in there. He gets the handoff. Taken down Christian Rasmussen and Axel Starr on the stop. Gain of about 3.5. They'll call it 2nd and 6 on the scoreboard, so we'll go with that. Ball is at the Fairfield 44-yard line. Bulldogs again in plus territory on the Fairfield side of the 50. As Quincy King will have his feet just on the Mediapolis side of midfield and about a yard further back. Running back Brock Spears to his left. King gets the snap, fakes the handoff, passing over to the left. It got a man wide open, and it's caught inside the 10. It'll be 1st and goal. Boss Richardson on the tackle. The receiver, number 30, looks like he was shaken up, but comes up running off the field. Lathan Keller. A big play by Mediapolis. They've got it 1st and goal on the Fairfield 5-yard line. 1st and goal from the 5, so Trojan defense really needs the turnover now, or they're going to be down 2 scores again. Quincy King with running back Brock Spears behind him. He sets about 3 yards behind him. Spears straight ahead on the carry, and he'll have a touchdown. So Spears with his 2nd touchdown of the night. 1:42 on the clock. We'll call it a 5-yard touchdown run. Brock Spears. So the Bulldogs are back up by 8. So again, this becomes a big extra point for Grant Konishny. He has not missed a PAT tonight. Fairfield would love to have it be a first here. Snap comes. The kick is good. So Bulldogs by 9. Minute 42 left in the third. Back in a minute with the Mediapolis kickoff as you listen and watch Trojan football on the Atomo Radio Group Sports Network.
Dr. Matt here, looking for complete dental care for your entire family? At Fairfield Dental Clinic in Fairfield, that's exactly what we provide.
Dr. Pat here. We pride ourselves on delivering comprehensive care from routine cleanings to advanced procedures. At Fairfield Dental Clinic, we're committed to creating healthy smiles in a comfortable, caring environment.
We live here, we work here, and we're proud to care for generations of families from Fairfield and the surrounding area. Call today for an appointment. Fairfield Dental Clinic, complete dental care for your entire family, your neighbors, your dentists, your smile.
Need electrical work done right? Livewire Electric is Southeast Iowa's premier electrical contractor, serving Jefferson County and nearby areas. From home wiring upgrades to all your electrical needs, call Rod at 641-472-4853. Livewire Electric, powering your home safely. Give your house a facelift. Quality garage doors that make a difference. Call 641-209-9948 for your free estimate on a new garage door. Open and close your day with Straight Up Doors of Fairfield.
All right, back with the kickoff from Brayton DeLang for Mediapolis. Trojans are needing a good return here. And he goes with the short pooch kick. Spencer McCready on the return, got it across the 40-yard line. Spencer's had a lot of really good plays in this football game. Fairfield will have it from their own 43-yard line. So you got to hold serve, if you will. They scored a touchdown. We need to answer. Trying to look up Fairfield High School volleyball from this last week. I forgot to talk about that, and tennis at halftime. First and 10, Trojans. Boss Richardson ready for the snap. Hands it off to Zandrick Allison. Looked like he was going to be tackled for a loss. Turns it into about a 5-yard gain. These running backs, first contact generally does not get them down, and they do a good job of bouncing off tackles and keeping those legs moving. Yeah, it turns into a 6-yard gain, 2nd and 4. Voss ready for the snap from Christian Rasmussen. Gets it to Brady Weigel. He'll cross midfield. He'll set up a 3rd and about 4, maybe 3. Yeah, 3rd and 3 for the Trojans. Actually going to call it 2. Yeah, we'll go with that. 3rd and 2 on the Mediapolis 49. Again, plus territory, likely 4-down situation here. But let's hope we get it on 3rd and short. 3rd down play coming up for the Trojans. Voss ready for the snap. Hands it to Ethan Bisgard. Ethan squirms away from the initial tackle. Mediapolis player lost his helmet. I think it's going to be short of the 1st down. We'll see where they put the ball. Believe it'll be just short. It's real close. They might actually have to bring the chains out to measure. The referee will. They're going to go with short. 4th and inches. Let's see if the Trojans go quarterback sneak here. This will be a likely last play of the 3rd quarter. Voss ready for the snap, going straight ahead. He should have the 1st down. Both officials coming in from the side look like they're ahead of the stick that needs the 1st down. And it will be 1st down Trojans on the final play of the 3rd quarter. 3 quarters in the book. Trojans down 35-26. Homecoming with Mediapolis. 4th quarter will start after this 1-minute timeout on the Atomo Radio Group YouTube channel.
Sometimes accidents happen, and when they do, trust Finney Auto Body, Southeast Iowa's collision center specialists for over 40 years. We fix your vehicle the right way. We handle everything from minor fender benders to major repairs. Quality workmanship you can trust because we stand behind our work with a lifetime warranty. Don't let unexpected damage from an accident ruin your travel plans. Get right back on the road like it never happened at Finney Auto Body in Fairfield. Expert collision repair when you need it most. Visit us at FinneyAutoBody.com. And here at Finney Auto Body, we support the Fairfield Trojans.
Call. I got a pair of clogged toilets.
2 pair, dripping faucets, and leaking pipes.
Full house, boys. Flooded basement, ruined water heater, and a wild card, broken sump pump.
Gentlemen, whatever your plumbing issue may be, call Roto-Rooter on Gateway Drive in Ottumwa. The drain cleaning and plumbing experts, residential and commercial, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Oh, and one more thing. A royal flush always beats a full house.
That's a bunch of crap.
You're watching Fairfield Trojan football on the Atomo Radio Group Sports Network.
All right, Trojans 1st and 10 on the Mediapolis 46-yard line to start the 4th quarter. Need to take the ball down to the north end zone, get this back to less than a 1-score or less than 2 score, make it a 1-score Mediapolis lead. Voss hands to Ethan Bisgard. He was wrapped up behind the line of scrimmage. I think he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, so it'll set up a 2nd and 10. Fairfield varsity volleyball, just the 1 match this week. That was Tuesday at Washington. Dropped the first set 17-25. The second set, all right, let me bring up the scores here. 3-1. Let's see, it was actually 11-25, then 17-25. Fairfield then wins 27-25, but fell 23-25. Voss Richardson passes deflected and incomplete on 2nd and 10. So 3rd and 10 coming up. Voss rolled out to the right. So Trojan volleyball dropped to 1-1 in the conference after that loss, but really that 4th set when Fairfield it was tied at 23. Washington got the last 2 points, and if Fairfield had managed to pull that one out, a 5th set they would have had all the momentum. They go to the Williamsburg tournament tomorrow and then host, on Tuesday, Burlington, and Thursday, Williamsburg. All right, here we go. 3rd and 10. Big play for the Trojans. Voss in the shotgun for one of the rare times. Voss there, we got a holding flag. Voss is going to roll out. He's going to run for a first down, but it's coming back, folks. I saw it clearly in my binoculars. Trojan offensive lineman got tangled up and was holding a Mediapolis lineman, and that'll back the Trojans up 10, so it'll be 3rd and 20. Even though the flags are like 10 yards behind the line of scrimmage, the penalty is marked off from the line of scrimmage. That's one break in that situation. But it's going to be 3rd and long for the Trojans. That's a shame because Voss, after the protection broke down, rolled to his left and got a lot of running room. 3rd and 20, Trojans. Just under a minute into the 4th quarter. Xander Allison to the left of Voss in the shotgun. One receiver right, Spencer McCready. Blake Burnett, Ethan Bisgard to the left. A wide receiver screen to Ethan. He'll get about 5 or 6, but it'll be a 4th and long. This, you got to punt here, in my viewpoint, but we'll see what the Trojan coaching staff decides to do. Voss, of course, is your punter. Although he's coming out. So we got a different punter here tonight. Calvin McLean? Yes, 59, Calvin McLean. First punt that I remember seeing him do. Oh, and he dropped the ball. And it's still loose, and Mediapolis is going to get the ball in Fairfield territory. So that was a disaster for the Trojans. First takeaway goes the Mediapolis way at the Fairfield 43-yard line, 10:24 left in the 4th quarter. So the Trojan defense now is behind the 8 ball. They really need a stop here. So right now the Bulldogs are up by 9. Another score here would make it very difficult at the Fairfield 43-yard line. That's where Fairfield started the last possession, so not a good situation for Fairfield. Defense needs to come through. Quincy King, the quarterback. Parker Holstein, the running back. About 4 yards behind him. Hand off to Holstein. He was hit in the backfield. Nice tackle by Axel Starr. Helmet came off for Holstein, so he'll have to come out of play. That'll be Brock Spears, which they don't lose much in the way of effectiveness because both these running backs have been tough. But only a gain of 1, 2nd and 9. Trojan defense does come through with a big first down defensive play, and they need a couple of more here. Actually, no gain, 2nd and 10. 2 receivers left, 2 right. Quarterback Quincy King in the shotgun. Brock Spears will line up a yard behind him and to the right. Timeout. Mediapolis. We'll use it for a minute and be back with more Trojan homecoming football on the Atomo Radio Group Sports Network.
Shopping for a quality used car? Check out the inventory at Smithburg Automotive's lot at 1503 West Burlington Avenue in Fairfield. Need repairs? They've got you covered at the South 23rd Street location. Call 641-472-2454 or visit smithburgs.com. Need quality used parts? Head to Smitty's Auto Recycling on West Grimes in Fairfield. They've got fresh inventory arriving all the time. Selling parts or have a wrecked vehicle? They buy unwanted cars too. Call 472-4200 or stop by to see what's new in the yard. For those shaping the future of Fairfield, Southern Iowa Ready Mix is your trusted partners. With every pour, they're committed to quality, durability, and the satisfaction of watching your vision take form. From the smallest patio to the largest development, they deliver more than materials, they deliver possibilities. Visit SouthernIowaRM.com and lay the groundwork for structures that stand the test of time. Because at Southern Iowa Ready Mix of Fairfield, they believe in building a legacy one mix at a time.
Trojans on defense, 2nd and 10, Mediapolis on the Fairfield 43-yard line as we're just under 10 minutes left in the fourth quarter, 9:58 on the clock. Quincy King doing a nice job quarterbacking. Hands off to Spears. Ethan Bisgard wraps him up from behind and takes him to the turf for maybe a gain of a yard or two. So a 3rd and long here. Call it 3rd and 8 for the Bulldogs. Need another play here, and more than likely I would think Mediapolis would punt to pin Fairfield back, but depends on what happens on this 3rd down play. Holstein is back into the running back position here. He had 90 yards rushing the first 2 games. I'd say he's gone over 100 tonight. So more than exceeded his season rushing total in this game. 3rd and 8. They go with the reverse. Trojans sniffed it out. Gun the ball carrier on the reverse or jet sweep. Spencer McCready got the tackle. Ethan Bisgard helped out, and it's going to be 4th and about 4. Ball is on the Fairfield 38.5, 39-yard line. Called 38. 4th and 4. Mediapolis lining up as if they're going to go for it. Of course, you might go long count here and try to draw the Trojans offside. Parker Holstein running back behind quarterback Quincy King. Hands it to Holstein, and he'll be stopped short. Nice job, Trojan defense. 2nd time tonight they've come through on downs. Aiden Mazzell, Sebastian Fitwe, Ethan Bisgard, and Trojans force the turnover on downs, so it keeps Fairfield's hopes alive with 8:21 remaining in the fourth quarter. Fairfield will have it on their own 36-yard line. So Fairfield's done a good job twice this half of stopping Mediapolis on downs. Now the offense needs to take it down the field and get this under 2 scores. Voss hands it off straight ahead. Nothing doing. Well, Spencer McCready squirts out of the pile for a couple of yards on the play when it looked like he might have been stopped for a loss. They only give him 1, but it's better than 2nd and 12. He's 2nd and 9. Aiden Mazzell brings in the play from the sideline. Offensive line has stayed the same throughout the game. Center Christian Rasmussen. Guards Calvin McLean, Hank Konzel. Tackles Nolan Smith, Sebastian Fitwe, Blake Burnett, Aiden Mazzell, the tight ends. Here's Voslin, the quarterback keeper, to his left. And he'll be tackled for a loss on the play. Smidgall, number 28. Nathan Smidgall. Just set up a 3rd and long here. Once they spot the ball, it's going to be 3rd and about 12.5, 13 to go. We'll go 3rd and 13. Might see Voss in the shotgun here. Comes over toward the sideline to get the play from the coaching staff. Matt Jones, the head coach, I think, gives him the plays. Now he'll stay in that regular under center formation. Voss dropping back to throw. Rolling to his right. Pass is incomplete, intended for Ethan Bisgard. Probably going to see the Trojans punt it here. 4th and 13. Not a high percentage play here, down by 9.707 remaining in the fourth quarter. Chase Countryman comes into the huddle. Last time they had Calvin McLean back in punt formation. This time, I believe it'll be Voss Richardson. Although they're lining up like they're going for it. Yeah, they're going to run it. They're going to run the play. Passes over the middle, incomplete. Intended for Ethan Bisgard. So that'll turn it over on downs. And obviously a tough situation. Now Mediapolis is going to be at the Fairfield 33-yard line with just over 7 minutes remaining in the game. Well, last time they had at the Fairfield 43 and turned it over on downs. Only got 7 yards. Now they are in a situation again where a touchdown would make this game extremely difficult for Fairfield to have a shot. Already down 9. Clock starts to become a factor as you're almost halfway through the fourth quarter. Quincy King, the quarterback. Parker Holstein, the running back. They give it to him. Not much gain that time. Christian Rasmussen looked like on the tackle. Gain of a couple, 2nd and 8 on the Fairfield 31-yard line. Mediapolis, of course, wanting that clock to just keep running. Bulldogs have used a timeout here in the second half, so they have 2 remaining. Fairfield with all 3 of theirs. Just 1 receiver each side of the formation, actually a slot on the right. Then they have a kind of up back slot. Here's King rolling out to his right, pass incomplete through the hands of the intended receiver. Number 8, Kyler Crow. So it'll set up a 3rd and 8 for Mediapolis on the Fairfield 31-yard line. Likely have 2 downs to get it. They went for it on 4th down the last possession. Quincy King, effective junior quarterback for the Mediapolis Bulldogs. Likely going to see a pass here. He's had 4 interceptions this season. Fairfield would love to jump a route here. Hand it off to Holstein. He gets the first down, and he's going to go all the way. So that's a tough one. 31-yard touchdown. No flags on the play with 6:11 to go. Mr. Holstein has had a big night. I think this is 4th touchdown, I believe. On to try the extra point is Grant Konishny. Holder again is Gunn, number 2. Gannon Gunn. Been perfect on every one as far as the PATs. This one is again. So we'll not use the timeout this time before the Mediapolis kickoff. Let me mention all of our sponsors again. The halftime recap, a service of Leo's Pizza and Grill on Burlington Avenue in Fairfield. Thanks to Leo's. Also the halftime show is service of Beaner Funeral Home and Crematory at Fairfield. Finney Auto Body of Fairfield. They take the dents out of accidents. Beaners, of course, on South Main in Fairfield. Packwood Locker and Meats of Packwood. Visit them at packwoodlockerandmeats.com. Family First Chiropractic, West 2nd Street at Ottumwa. They have a elevated level of holistic care for the entire family, incorporating multiple chiropractic techniques and physiotherapy. They ensure clients receive the best results as quickly as possible. Roto-Rooter, Gateway Drive in Ottumwa, 24/7 emergency service, including holidays, weekends, fast, friendly, professional service. Available for Ottumwa, Fairfield, and surrounding areas. Roto-Rooter, that's the name. Brandon Taglier, Beck Seed Dealer, serving Southeast Iowa. Follow him on Facebook. Lisco, your experts for fiber optic. Give Lisco a call soon. Get set up. Jefferson County Health Center, cares you can count on. That's what they do. Cranston Family Funeral Home, Fairfield and Keosauqua, serving with monument sales. Irish Ridge Cremation, CranstonFamilyFuneralHome.com. Rest of the list after this kickoff by DeLang of Mediapolis, going with a pooch kick taken by Spencer McCready, spins to about the 40-yard line. So nice return on the kickoff by Brayton DeLang. All right, mentioned Cranston, Southern Iowa Ready Mix of Fairfield. Visit southerniowาร.com. Live Wire Electric and Straight Up Doors, serving Fairfield and the surrounding area. West Grimes in Fairfield. Smithburg Automotive, vehicle maintenance, rental, and vehicle sales. 2 locations. And they have Smitty's Auto and Recycling out on West Grimes in Fairfield. The Fairfield Dental Clinic, West Adams and Fairfield, along with Community First Credit Union. Together is better. Check them out at cfirstcreditunion.com. So Fairfield has the ball, 6:07 left in the game. Trojans from their own 41-yard line. Here's the quarterback keeper by Voss Richardson. He busts outside to the left across the 50. He runs out of bounds and around the Mediapolis 35-yard line. So Trojans obviously down 42-26, need to score quickly here because we're now just over halfway through the fourth quarter. Nice quarterback keeper by Voss Richardson there. A 22-yard run by Voss. Sets it up at the Mediapolis 37-yard line. Here's the handoff to, I think it was Zandrick Allison on the carry. He'll squirm ahead for a couple of yards. It'll be 2nd and 8. There is a little bit more of a breeze, it seems like, coming into the press box. Still not seeing the flag move much down there at the south end. Voss fakes the handoff, trying to roll left. He's going to be trapped for a loss on the play. Now 4 or 5 Bulldogs ganged up, met at quarterback Voss Richardson. That'll set up a 3rd and long. Back to the Voss slow to get up. He says, I'm fine. Don't even bother coming out to check on me. He says, get back on the sideline there. Terry Allison. Let's mention the Trojan coaching staff here. Of course, head coach Matt Jones, assisted by Brian Dunlap, Nick Casca, Matt Schenk, Luke Perry, Ted Richardson, Terry Allison, Steve Miller, and Mike Schenk. Matt and Mike Schenk. Of course, father Mike, son Matt. 3rd and 16. Voss with the pass, and it will be out. That's going to be pass interference. The 15 yards, though, will not be a first down. It was 3rd and about 16, 17 to go. Now, that's another, as I've said for years, the dumbest rule in high school football is pass interference. If you're burned beyond 10 or beyond 15 yards, tackle the guy because the penalty will only be 15 yards and it's not an automatic first down. See right there, spot of the foul was the 20-yard line. So that should be where the ball becomes automatic first down. But now it takes it to where it'll be 3rd and 1. So at least you get 15 yards, but like I say, you should never be rewarded to commit a penalty, and they were right there. From the shotgun, Voss ready for the snap, gets it, fires the pass, and it's incomplete. Ball hit the turf, intended for Blake Burnett. So 4th and a yard. Let's see if the Trojans go with that quarterback sneak here. They're at the Mediapolis 28-yard line. 4th and 1. Mentioned Fairfield volleyball. Fairfield girls tennis took the Southeast Conference dual championship, had the conference tournament this week, and had a couple of championships. Singles and doubles, one each. Hand off to Zandrick. He's got the first down, so they didn't go the quarterback sneak this time. And Zandrick gets a nice gain right around the Mediapolis 20-yard line. That'll be 1st and 10 Trojans in that hurry-up mode here. They need to score quick, being down a full 2 scores, 16 points. You got to get a touchdown, go for 2, and get the ball back and get another touchdown and 2 to tie it. Here's the attempted pass by Voss. He scrambles and throws it away. He got the ball beyond the line of scrimmage outside the tackle box, so that will not be grounding. There was no receiver in the area, but you can legally throw it away if you get outside the tackle box. Be 2nd and 10. That avoided a big loss on the play. Fairfield girls tennis coming up next Saturday, the 20th. We'll be hosting individual, singles, and doubles, or is that's team. The individuals coming up this week on Monday? Wednesday. Next Wednesday, Fairfield hosting singles and doubles on the middle school courts. Might use the Poonch courts as well out there by the MIU campus. Here's the snap to Voss. Throws it down the middle, and it's caught by Ethan Bisgard. It's going to be first and goal inside the Bulldog 5-yard line. Nice throw and catch. Voss Richardson to Ethan Bisgard. First and goal, Trojans. Still just over 4 minutes left in the fourth quarter. We have a timeout called by Fairfield. Back in a minute with more Trojan fourth quarter football in the homecoming game on the Atomo Radio Group YouTube channel.
Pick a card, any card. Right now, at Community First Credit Union, save big when you lock in a low intro rate on select credit cards. Choose between our Flex Rewards, Signature Rewards, or Smart Rate cards, and enjoy a low rate for 12 months on purchases and balance transfers. Plus, each card offers perks like no annual fee and easy-to-use digital banking. Get details and apply at c1stcu.com or at any C First location. Subject to credit approval, federally insured by the NCUA.
This is Jeremy with Cranston Family Funeral Home. I want to take a moment and say thank you, not for choosing our funeral home, although we're deeply honored when you do, but for showing up for your neighbors, for supporting small businesses, for standing in line at visitations and hugging people you maybe haven't seen in years. That is what makes our communities feel like home. At Cranston Family Funeral Home, we don't believe in flashy promises. We believe in showing up quietly, respectfully, and doing the work that matters when it matters most. So from our family to yours, thank you. We see you, we are grateful for you, and we'll be here when you need us.
So first and goal, Trojans from the Mediapolis 4, just over 4 minutes left in the fourth quarter. I guess we better say regulation time. We have a late substitution or late player going off the field for Fairfield. Here's Zandrick Allison on the carry, heading for the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans. Well, that's best case scenario. You wanted to score as quickly as possible, about just over 2 minutes off the clock. 4-yard touchdown run by Zandrick, Z-Man. And let's see, Fairfield obviously has to go for 2 here to try to get back within 8. Blake Burnett bringing in the play from the sideline. See if they go with some kind of Voss Richardson roll out with an option to throw or run. Now, again, Aiden Mazzell came out onto the field late. He gets back to the sideline before they go up to snap the ball. And the handoff. And got the 2-point conversion. And it was Spencer McCready, I believe. Yep, Spencer gets the 2-point conversion. Back with the Trojan kickoff in a minute. Trojans back within 8. Just over 4 minutes left on the Atomo Radio Group Sports Network.
Need electrical work done right? Livewire Electric is Southeast Iowa's premier electrical contractor, serving Jefferson County and nearby areas. From home wiring upgrades to all your electrical needs, call Rod at 641-472-4853. Livewire Electric, powering your home safely. Give your house a facelift. Quality garage doors that make a difference. Call 641-209-9948 for your free estimate on a new garage door. Open and close your day with Straight Up Doors of Fairfield.
If you're tired of dropped calls and slow internet, we're here to help. Lisco's the future of fast, reliable communication. Never miss a beat with streaming, gaming, or video calls, whether you're working, playing, or just staying connected. Lisco brings you lightning fast speeds, crystal clear calls, and unbeatable reliability. Switch today and experience the difference. Call me, Samantha, your Lisco sales rep at 641-209-5400. That's 209-5400, or visit us at lisco.com.
I don't think the Trojans will go onside kick. They have they have 2 timeouts remaining, each team with 2. This is one of those, it's kind of a iffy situation. Now, the defense has stopped Mediapolis a couple times in the second half. You don't want to give them good field position, but of course their special teams has ripped off a lot of big returns. We'll see how the coaching staff decides to play it. Zandrick Allison has the ball teed up, looks at the personnel, counts, make sure there's 10 other black uniforms with orange numbers out there. Oh, they are showing onside kick. Calvin McLean pooches it, goes off a Mediapolis player. I think it's still loose. Let's see. They unstack the players and say Mediapolis did come up with the loose ball. So almost worked there. It was not a true onside kick where you're just going like kicking it 10 yards and trying to hit it off of a one of the blockers for the receiving team. Mediapolis will have it on their own 40-yard line, and they're thinking get some first downs here and try to run out the clock. Just under 4 minutes left. Fairfield, of course, needs a 3-and-out here. Try to force the first Mediapolis punt of the night. Fairfield's only punted 2 times. I guess they tried to punt. Punted once and tried to punt another time. Of course, that snap was dropped by second punter, Calvin McLean. Here's handoff to Holstein. He's met in the backfield by Zandrick Allison, who shot through a gap. The linebacker blitz. Also, Hank Hansel helped bring him down. That'll lose a couple of yards. 2nd and 12. Fairfield will take a timeout. Yeah, Fairfield uses the timeout. We'll keep it here. It's told by AJ we're in great shape on our Trojan football sponsors here tonight. Let's mention again the homecoming court. Iris Lane, daughter of Mike and Jill. Bailey Belzer, daughter of Jared and Courtney Belzer. Izzy McCready, daughter of Tim and Kristen Rebling McCready. Faith Jones, daughter of Matt and Angela. Of course, Faith, the sister of twin Ian Jones, the homecoming queen. Homecoming king. Ian, the homecoming king. Queen, of course, was Caroline Van Pelt. Let's see. Tristan Garrettson, son of Joe and Nicole Garrettson. That was Tristan was the escort for Isabel McCready. Drew Myers, son of Mark and Lisa, escorted Bailey Belzer. Dane Burkhart, son of Amy and Kelly Burkhart, escorted Iris Lane. So Mallory Weigel, daughter of Julie and Zach. Of course, Zach, our superintendent. Escorting Mallory was Joshua Carlson, son of Aaron and Denver Carlson. Homecoming king, Ian Jones, mentioned son of Matt and Angela, twin of Faith Jones and the Queen Caroline Van Pelt, daughter of Todd and Kate Van Pelt. Both those, all that homecoming royalty, as Matt Jones mentioned in the pregame interview, really great kids and very involved in so many activities. In fact, when they were reading off the list during the downtown pep rally the other night at the Wednesday night coronation, homecoming king and queen crowned, it was just amazing how involved they were. All right, 2nd and 12 for Mediapolis. Quincy King, the quarterback, gets the snap, hands to Brock Holstein. Got outside. Oh, he's got the first down. Tripped up by Voss Richardson, but a big carry by Mediapolis. That's going to make this very difficult with 3:48 remaining. Fairfield just 1 timeout. Chains will be set, and they start the clock. Ball is on the Fairfield 44-yard line. So we got that big first down stop at the 2nd down carry by Holstein, adding to a big night for that young man. And that is one of the probably 2 first downs that will ice the game for Mediapolis. Because Fairfield just 1 timeout remaining. Pretty much have to gamble on defense here. 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs. Hand it to Brock Spears, the second running back. Axel Starr. Oh, we have a late flag there. It's going to be a dead ball foul. Hank Hansel is at the bottom of the stack. So we'll see what the penalty is called. It's been a pretty well played game in that regard. There's been a lot less altercations than last week against Centerville. The referee says, he's telling, I think, Fairfield sideline a number, so personal foul. Face mask on the Trojans. So that'll tack 15 yards on. So I guess the only good thing was that was on a first down play, but it's 15 yards further to the south. Any kind of a score here by Mediapolis will ice the game for all intents and purposes. And right now they're on the Fairfield 23-yard line with the 1st and 10, and we're going to be under 3 minutes right now. 3 receivers right, 1 to the left, but if that ball is put in the air, I think Mediapolis would be crazy. Hand off to Spears. Brock Spears Good first down carry. Gang tackled by a lot of Trojans, but a solid gain on first down. Mediapolis doesn't need a touchdown here. They're up 8, 42-34. They're just wanting to run out the clock. Gain of 5, 2nd and 5 for the Bulldog offense. Some positives for the Trojans. The defense did make some stops in the second half after Mediapolis scored on every possession in the first half. Quincy King, the quarterback. Shotgun formation throughout the game. Hands to Brock Holstein. He goes straight ahead and been very good on ball security here. It's going to be 3rd down. 3rd and short for Mediapolis. Clock went under 2 minutes on that last play. So first down here in this ball game, barring a fumble by Mediapolis or some other mistake. It's going to be going their way, and they'll leave Fairfield with a 1-2 record. Trojans, unfortunately, will be 0-3 heading to Knoxville. Haven't heard back from the Knoxville AD as far as whether we're going to be allowed video coverage up there. We'll definitely have at least the audio here on the Ottumwa Radio Group YouTube channel for Trojan football coverage. Well, there's movement up front. I think that's, well, it's timeout, Mediapolis. So we'll use it 1 minute, be back with a 3rd and 1 play for the Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group YouTube channel.
Dr. Matt here, looking for complete dental care for your entire family? At Fairfield Dental Clinic in Fairfield, that's exactly what we provide.
Dr. Pat here. We pride ourselves on delivering comprehensive care from routine cleanings to advanced procedures. At Fairfield Dental Clinic, we're committed to creating healthy smiles in a comfortable, caring environment.
We live here, we work here, and we're proud to care for generations of families from Fairfield and the surrounding area. Call today for an appointment. Fairfield Dental Clinic, complete dental care for your entire family, your neighbors, your dentists, your smile.
This is Miss Bonnie at Packwood Locker and Meats of Packwood. Packwood Locker and Meats brings farm fresh to your table. Beefy with boldness, porky with perfection, fresh off the farm and into your kitchen. We know how to make every meal a masterpiece. Trust the quality and savor the taste, because at Packwood Locker and Meats, fresh isn't just a promise, it's a guarantee. Now open for retail and pickup 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Fridays and Saturdays. Visit PackwoodLockerandMeats.com for more information. Trust me, you can't beat Peyton's Meat, and we dare you to try.
3rd and 1, Mediapolis, as, again, Quincy King, the quarterback, in the shotgun, so that always makes you think a bad snap here could benefit the Trojans. King gets the snap, hands to Parker Holstein. He'll have the first down, it looks like. So that will ice the game away, as Mediapolis, Fairfield does have one more timeout, but you need more than one to be able to have a chance in this situation. So first down on the Fairfield, they'll spot the ball at the Fairfield 11-yard line, or 12. And I'm going to go with 11. Mediapolis probably going to go victory formation, you would think. But again, you're going to the shotgun. Quincy King ready for the snap. And he takes that knee, so that gives him a 5-yard loss, basically, 4 or 5 yards. Fairfield will not use the timeout, and play clock is greater than the game clock, so that was our final play of the game. Mediapolis will spoil the Trojan homecoming. 42-34 will be the final score. And Fairfield will look for that first win at Knoxville coming up next Friday night. Of course, keep in mind, Mediapolis lost to Keokuk and Mount Pleasant, to future Fairfield District opponents toward the second half of the season. Our next home game will be in 2 weeks, the district opener against the Solon Spartans. You heard the horn indicating the final seconds ran out. Mediapolis with the win over Fairfield following Centerville and Benton Van Horn. 42-34. Back in 2 minutes to wrap things up here from Trojan Stadium on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Planning for 2026, smart farmers know the best yields start with the right choices. At Beck's Hybrids, where farmers are art, helping farmers succeed is what makes up the fabric of our culture. Call Brandon Tegler, your Beck's seed dealer serving Southeast Iowa. Get your 2026 seed orders in early and secure the varieties that perform best on your land. 641-919-7526. That's 641-919-7526. Beck's Hybrids, growing successful together.
Call. I got a pair of clogged toilets.
2 pair, dripping faucets, and leaking pipes.
Full house, boys. Flooded basement, ruined water heater, and a wild card, broken sump pump.
Gentlemen, whatever your plumbing issue may be, call Roto-Rooter on Gateway Drive in Ottumwa. The drain cleaning and plumbing experts, residential and commercial, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Oh, and one more thing. A royal flush always beats a full house.
That's a bunch of crap.
At Family First Chiropractic, it is our goal to get you and your family as healthy as possible and keep you healthy for the rest of your life. We deliver an elevated level of care for the entire family. We approach healthcare from a holistic view, incorporating multiple chiropractic techniques and physical therapy to ensure that our patients achieve the best results as fast as possible. We believe you deserve the best. A little preventative care now will eliminate pain management in later years. We want our kids to grow and live an active, healthy lifestyle. Get your family checked at Family First Chiropractic.
We care. At Jefferson County Health Center, it's the little things that make a big difference. We believe every patient deserves to feel safe and comforted, no matter what brings them here. We strive to turn fear into comfort. We are committed to ensuring every patient feels informed, supported, and truly cared for.
Jefferson County Health Center, care you can count on. It's what we do.
You're watching Fairfield Trojan football on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Back here at Trojan Stadium, high above Pearl Smith Field, where unfortunately the Mediapolis Bulldogs came away with the victory 42-34. Let me recap the scoring, and obviously most of it was in the first half, although there was some scoring in the second half. Bulldogs got on the board initially after Fairfield went a couple of first downs but had to punt, and they got the return, the Bulldogs, to the Fairfield 46, and scored on a 5-yard run by Parker Holstein. Let me just, real quickly here, I'm just going to do something. So Holstein, that was the first touchdown of the ball game, and my pen that I picked out of my box of pens doesn't work, so we'll go with the second one. Okay, Holstein, 1 touchdown there. Then Fairfield got the ball on their own 32-yard line, 6:23 left in the first quarter, scored on a 10-yard pass from Voss Richardson to Zandrick Allison. That was set up by a 53-yard run from Ethan Bisgard. Got it first down at the Mediapolis 15. Zandrick's PAT was short or wide, left the Bulldogs up 7-6. Then Brock Spears scored for Mediapolis. That was the number 2 running back behind Holstein. That was a 20-yard run. Grant Kanischke, his second PAT, made it 14-6. That was with 11:53 to go in the second quarter. 11:45, Fairfield took over their own 33, and they scored on a 51-yard touchdown run up the middle by Spencer McCready. That was just over a minute later, 10:43. 2-point pass incomplete, left Fairfield down 14-12. Mediapolis took over at their own 34, drove it down, scored a 16-yard run by Holstein, his second touchdown of the game. Kanischke's PAT made it 21-12. They had a big 4th and 4 conversion to the Fairfield 16 during that touchdown drive. Fairfield got at their own 35 with 5:42 on the clock, scored with 2:32 remaining in the half. I think it was 17-yard touchdown run by Ethan Bisgard. It had kind of whether it was 12 or 7. I'm pretty sure it was 17. And the PAT kick was wide, so Mediapolis' lead was 3, 21-18. They got the ball at the Fairfield 27, a long kickoff return with 2:19 to go in the half. And then it was a 1-yard touchdown by Holstein, his 3rd touchdown of the game. Kanishke's PAT made the halftime score 28-18. That TD came with 9 seconds left in the first half. Then Mediapolis got the ball to start the second half, their own 34, and they turned it over on downs. Fairfield took over their own 43, had a big fourth down conversion, and then with that was 9:21 when they took over. 4:54 on the clock. McCready scored on a 19-yard touchdown run. Ethan Bisgard took in the 2-point conversion. Fairfield got back as close as it turns out they would come the rest of the game, 28-26. Then Mediapolis got it their own 39 with 4:47 on the clock in the third. Scored with 1:42 remaining in the third. That was a touchdown run by Spears, his second of the ball game. Kanishke's PAT made it 35-26. And then each team had possessions after that where there were turnovers on downs, no punts. And then Mediapolis got the ball at the Fairfield 33 after the Trojans had gone for it on 4th and long, kind of the desperation mode being down 9 points. They needed to try to keep the ball. Gave it back to Mediapolis, 7:03 and 6:11 to go. It was a 31-yard touchdown run by Holstein, his 4th of the game. So he had 4 of their 6 touchdowns. Kanishke's PAT made the final score 42-26, I believe, right? Yeah, 42-26. So let me write that down here. And I forgot to write down Kanishke. Good on the PAT there. So again, that made the final score 42-26. Foss Richardson had a nice 22-yard run on the next Fairfield possession. And it was 42-34, duh. Got to keep going on my notes here. But Voss, a big 22-yard run. Fairfield had their own 41, 6:07 left. Scored on the 4-yard touchdown by Zandrick Allison with 4:02 remaining in the game. 2-point run by McCready. Made it a one-possession game, 42-34. But then Mediapolis took over their own 40, and they were able to get the first downs to run out the final 3:59 and hang on for the 8-point win, 42-34. I always write down the score after each score, but I hadn't done it on the last 2 touchdowns, the last one by Mediapolis and the final one from the Trojans. So disappointing game, obviously, when you come up short for a second straight game. Last week was 6 points, this week 8. But Trojans need to shake it off, try to improve on the things that need the work, and get ready to go to Knoxville and take down the Panthers up there, where we will be broadcasting. Again, we'll for sure have audio and hoping for video as well here on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network and the YouTube channel. So that'll do it. My producer, director, AJ, Anthony Rowe. Big thanks to all these sponsors making it possible to cover Trojan football in 2025, including Community First Credit Union, Fairfield Dental Clinic, Smithburg Automotive, with also Smitty's Auto and Recycling, their salvage yard part of the business, Livewire Electric and Straight Up Doors in Fairfield, Southern Iowa Ready Mix Fairfield, Cranston Family Funeral Home, Fairfield and Keosauqua, Jefferson County Health Center, Let's Go, your experts for fiber optic, Brandon Taglar, your Beck Seed dealer, Roto-Rooter, Gateway Drive in Ottumwa, serving Fairfield and surrounding areas as well. Family First Chiropractic in Ottumwa, located on West 2nd Street. Packwood Locker and Meats, of course, in Packwood. Beaner Funeral Home and Crematory, South Main Fairfield. Finney Auto Body of Fairfield, out on West Grimes. Actually, not on West Grimes. They're on one of those streets between Burlington and Grimes. I forget which number it is, but you can find them. Turn there at Tony's Turbo Wash and Fessler Express to get out to Finney Auto Body. And then our halftime sponsor, of course, Beaner Funeral Home, and our halftime recap, a service of Leo's Pizza and Grill, just west of 6th and Burlington and Fairfield. So on behalf of AJ, Anthony Rowe, Lee Munt saying so long from Trojan Stadium, where again Mediapolis spoils the homecoming, defeating the Fairfield Trojans 42-34. Have a great weekend.